I got you. Hey, Ricky, can you send that over to him, please, for me? Can you send him the link to the podcast? He want to tweet it out. Appreciate that. Chat. We like, yo, why is there a big ass white? Hold on. Oh, okay. It was glitching. Hold on. Let me make sure I got the thing live. What's good, chat? We ended the podcast in like 3 goddamn weeks. We had to do a podcast for E3. We've been holding out a little bit with all the news. We got done. We had. What the hell is this LA Noir ballroom shit that's playing in the back? Oh yeah, let me let y'all understand something. Any disrespect, and I mean any, I'ma block you. Not today. I got I'm just hey. Oh, I thought Xbox had a great E3. We're gonna get to that. I don't want to jump the gun too early in the show, but I agree. I agree. Everybody here got their own opinion. So just stick around. We're gonna try to get some temps. What? Who man? You Rogue Martin? How's he muted? Oh, desktop audio. Let me fix that. Okay. Sorry, guys.
Yo, Carlos, my bad, bro. I didn't mean to deny your message, bro. I meant to actually show the message.
Thank you, guys. Yo, matter of fact, this is what we're gonna do, cause I don't want to forget shit. Let me get my notebook out. They already asked me questions. We're gonna get to all y'all questions.
You're still muted?
There's no way you're still muted.
I bet that.
Lord Jesus.
All right, check your phone real quick, Chase, and then we get right. You said Xbox E3 was refreshing. Yo, definitely, bro. I'm surprised, bro.
All right, did you send me something? All right, I got you.
Let me see.
Boom. All right. Wanted to chat if everything sounds good. We're gonna get started in just a second. We kind of just getting started a little bit. I got to get my little list going because I got questions. So we're gonna talk about goddamn.
Type 1 if Chase is ducking SpongeBob.
Oh,
Type 2.
Man, it ain't.
Wait, you ducking SpongeBob? Have you played that?
Bro, that game is A's, bro. Like, I don't know
how
that's
I see why. I know why.
Bro, you know what they did to me, bro. They do the little kid games. It's like, all right, we're gonna start you off. I'm like, all right, cool. And then at the end, they just start bullshitting.
SpongeBob is part of the era where games were still difficult.
Yeah. Like 2. All right. Anybody got any non-gaming stuff they got in mind before we start the show?
Non-gaming.
Non-gaming.
Any non-gaming news like KD
Just anything
was in the Bucks' ass yesterday.
What's new?
Okay, I got 2 things. It's gaming, but first of all, if you're into Castlevania, Netflix picked up a new show for Castlevania show. It's going to take place in the French Revolution, starring Richter. I believe he's a grandson of Trevor. So if you like the Castlevania show, look out for that. And shout out to Sega. They shipped 1 million copies of Judgment. I wish they shipped more, but luckily that's good enough for them. So they made a sequel for it. So please buy the sequel.
Studio on fire, bro. Ricky, you got anything?
Oh no, I just said it. You said non-gaming. I was just talking about the Bucks, man. They got fucked up yesterday.
Man,
The who? Talking about the who?
Yeah, man. That's serious.
Oh, there you go. All right.
There we go, OG. All right, OG.
Already, I knew we had to see that.
I was waiting for OG to do that shit.
I knew we had to see it at some point.
Yeah, I got the guy back. I'm ready. Let's go. Yeah, buddy.
Okay. Oh man, you talking about Netflix, bro? I just like to say, Ubisoft. Why?
What?
We've been asking for a fucking Splinter Cell since 2013. Not only do we not get it, y'all put him in Rainbow Six. Y'all released a mobile game, and now you got a Splinter Cell Netflix series, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Where is the game?
Well, you know why you're not going to get a Splinter Cell?
Why?
Because they making a killing with games and services, and unless they can find a way to the microtransaction, the money, they win. We probably won't see them no time soon.
They haven't found a way to make Splinter Cell open world and climb a radio tower. That's why
they're going to, just like they did with Assassin's Creed.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? They selling what we call time savers, which is double XP. The dudes is buying resource packs to craft armor on Assassin's Creed games and shit.
Yeah, it's crazy.
How
that game will change from when it came out to what it is now.
Yeah, and I feel like shit over the last what? I remember like it was yesterday, bro. It was 2012, and there was microtransactions in like mobile games, but then Call of Duty, it was Black Ops 2. They got them skins, but it was $20 for a 5-pack. You know what I'm saying? You got a whole lot for no, it was $5. What, $20? You got a lot for $5. Now, shit, $5? you can't do it. What can you buy on the game for $5?
All right,
shit, nothing.
You can't even get a do-rag on 2K for that.
Fucking 300 coins and
300 coins, and they always the shit that killed me though. The games always start you off with a little bit of their in-game currency, so that you have just enough where it's like, oh, I only need a couple more. Let me spend $5. Assassin's Creed did it with the Helix credits, bro. It'll give you $200
for $5.
No,
you get an emote
for emote. Shit,
yeah, you get an emote.
Some of them more than that.
Yo, you know what? Yo, I've gotten bad at this, man. I'll turn on a game, and as soon as I see their currency logo, like right, the symbol be like in gold, right? A little icon of how much the shit costs, and then under it got the same icon, but the shit be like in like another color, and I'm like, oh, that's the one that we got to pay real money for. All right, let me uninstall this game. I be uninstalling the game, yo. I'm not playing that shit, yo, because I already know the heat gonna come in that shit, yo. The heat is always what costs more money, bro.
That's how they.
Yeah.
King.
That's the problem I have with Bandai Tales of games now. All the good costumes, they used to be in game where you got to go out your way to get them, but now they cost like $10 per pack.
That's how they get you. The content be ass. Next thing you know, they got a character you love in the game. You like, fuck, I gotta buy it now. They got Rambo on the game. They got.
I fucking bought it, yo.
You bought it? You always buying some shit.
Yeah, I bought Rambo and Warzone, bro, and I started fucking. I switched him because he starts whispering in your ear. I got him, get him. I'm like, why are you doing that shit? I kill somebody, just killed him. Oh, I'm like, yo, weird ass sound effects in that shit. Queen? So this shit was ass.
We got enough people in the building. Jay King already got crazy with the $100 donation, bro. I don't know why he's always done. It's like that's the only amount. He's always 100. He don't have to be telling dudes $5 every time. He just come boom, a $100 grenade. Then he be out. Like, thank you, bro. I appreciate you. Shout out to my boy.
Appreciate you, my guy.
Halo and Battlefield look good. How y'all doing? We good, bro. Thank you.
We good, man. Yo, did you download it, bro? Did you download them? Did you? Cause remember they copyright music free. Did you download those trailers? Because if you show me again the white dude from IGN playing Destruction All Stars one more time.
I downloaded all the game trailers for all the events, bro. We
yo, son,
need, bro. We here.
Yo, me and all my homies hate that damn dude playing Destruction All Stars in the background of the podcast, son.
Hey, Retro.
No,
Retro.
Yeah, we doing good out here. Me and Ricky was sipping on a little something before the show. Chase didn't get no apple juice or nothing, but we good.
Apple juice make me use the bathroom, bro. All right, fuck it. Hey, all right. So we got enough people. We only been live for 10 minutes. So GMG episode 242, first time special guest in the building. some of y'all, I know some of y'all got to know next gen 720.
For sure. Thank you for having me, man.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Mama,
sir.
I made it. Mama, is it my turn now? I made it. Yeah. Yeah. We had some fun today.
Okay. Returning guest, one of our favorites. We got the homie Jay Ransom. He got me out here trophy hunting and shit. What's up, bro?
Yo, what's good? Thanks for having me again. Shout out to y'all from Discord and Ricky Chase for telling me happy birthday.
Yeah.
Turned
Happy birthday,
28
my boy.
on Saturday. More life.
Happy belated, man. Happy birthday,
happy
bro.
birthday.
Real shit. That's crazy.
Ricky, say
He
what's
be
up.
beating up.
Thank you.
What's good, man. Yo, listen, it was Ransom's birthday, and then I was supposed to take some shots on stream with him, and then our schedule got fucked up, so I'm trying to drink some right now with my boy. Then we got Next Gen, which is interesting because it's as funny as it is. I stood away from all the bullshit back in the days, but I would always watch this dude, right?
Yeah.
Makes like mud like me.
You know what I'm saying, bro? And I ain't gonna lie, he was in the field back in the days, but I ain't gonna lie, man. Like, one of the questions I wanted to ask you, my guy, was you fuck with like obviously PlayStation now, but do you still fuck with like both, right? Like Xbox and PlayStation.
Listen, I've always owned everything, and just at the time, like your kids, you got your favorite. We'll choose in a minute. Someone may have my favorite kids.
Yeah.
But you can have a preference. I just prefer at the time the Xbox over places. I don't give two shits. I sit back and laugh at it all.
Yeah. That's really
now you start seeing that shit, bro. Like you start seeing how people be acting, but when you play on both sides, bro, so I'll be like, yo, listen, we enjoying shit on both sides and shit.
Well, my integrity is always what happens. The super chat kicked in, and my integrity is always in question.
I knew it.
You ain't lying. Facts.
I knew it, bro. He's always saying that shit. So
my integrity is always in question.
Nah, I fuck with it, bro, man. I'm glad you here though, bro.
Yeah.
It's been a minute, bro.
Thanks for having me, man.
Yeah. Guys, their links are in the description, of course. So hit up Next Gen. He got his whole team over there. You do shows, you said 3-4 times a week?
Yeah, I do shows about 3-4 shows a week on YouTube, and then the actual gameplay and like I say Twitch Wars.
Yeah.
The after show, on Twitch.
See, and that's what I like, cause a lot of dudes, they be on here arguing, but they don't never play games, and then they start locking trophies and all of that stuff. I don't care about trophies anyway, but it's very interesting. And now we got journalists on Twitter. I prefer the PlayStation. I prefer the Xbox. I've not turned on my PlayStation in 5 months. I've not turned on my Xbox in a year. The only thing I play is blah blah blah. And dudes went and found their trophies.
They getting butt naked with it?
Found out that these motherfuckers ain't been playing no games in like 90 days.
Yeah.
Well, they getting butt naked in the field.
I saw that shit.
What do you call it? I told them for quick. I play what I like. I don't give a fuck how star started the game. If I don't like this shit in a minute, ejecto, cuz. Like, you know what I mean? For real, I don't care what it's the law. I've got 5% of the game. If I don't like it, I ain't playing it. No, I'm not gonna force myself to play it. Another thing, I won't be out there capping and shit I don't like or I don't play. You know what I mean?
See, that's the thing.
I feel you, bro. A lot of journalists now, bro, like that's why I never really cared for reviews, but one thing I noticed, like I still don't even know how like Metacritic works, like who they allowed to review a game versus like having
aggregation. It's a collection of major journalists and sites all rolled up into an average, basically. That's all.
Yeah. See, so shit like that, I normally tend to stay away from that because then you started seeing like the journalists started looking like some of us, like they were looking like me back in the days when I was capping like shit. I used to be like, yeah, I fuck with this game heavy, and I never even touched this shit. I was trying to fit in and shit, but these journalists is out here really capping today. Like, there was a lot of shit, bro.
Here's a question. With that. There's a question then. All right, because so for me, like I don't run on Metacritic, see what a game got and then about a game. If I'm about a game, I'm about a game anyway. There's games that have high Metacritic scores. Any game that got a high Metacritic score, that's great. But there's games with medium and low Metacritic scores that I love, so I don't really be caring unless it's like No Man's Sky launch bad, Fallout 76
Afro
bad,
Samurai 2.
Afro Samurai 2 bad. You know what I'm saying? Cyberpunk. Even that game, like, we all had that pre-order, so I wasn't going to cancel my pre-order because I was going to get the game regardless. But like, unless the game is like bad, and I'm like, plenty of people that I know don't like it, I'm gonna get the game anyway. But now there's a conversation about this. I want to get y'all opinions on it. We'll just go around. All right. Now, one of the journalists, I forgot what platform or who it was. It's not important. he said that he believes that you do not have to fully beat a game to review it. Now, you're an everyday person, sure, whatever, but a journalist who writes for a living, whose job it is to fully consume a product, is saying that he does not have to complete it. That's wild. So we're gonna start with next gen. What do you think? Do you think somebody should have to complete a game to review the game?
Anyone a journalist specific, right?
Journalist, whatever side, whatever you
publication.
Want.
Publication. I listen. I'll give you the yin and yang. A joker like me, I don't play Gears of War for the campaign. You know, I don't. You know, but I have probably about. If you look at my play time, probably about 2 months logged in just on the multiplayer. Same thing with Duty or Battlefield. You know what I mean? But if I guess if you're from the IGNs or the Kotakus, and you know, and you let's say live and die by this metric here, I think you will probably have to beat the game, get to the end. You know what I mean? To give it.
Ricky, what do you think? You think you should have to beat the game to review it? So let's say journalists, professional platforms, and then your individual content creator. What do you think? You're good.
I hear you.
Go.
Oh, we good now?
Go.
All right. So look, just to reiterate that. So for any average person, I think like the good, bad, and the ugly is gonna come with you if you're not beating games and you're out here reviewing. When you hold a certain title like a paid publication or anybody who's part of these bigger industry brands, and you're making like articles about it, videos about it, I'm gonna play devil's advocate. And I'm gonna say you signing up for that position, you know that's actually your job function. You don't do other shit. You're not doing anything else but playing a game, focusing on this main meta of the game, and you're gonna give your whole, you know, synopsis, like he said, like his whole synopsis about this game, analyze, and you're reviewing. That's your job. Where I play devil's advocate is like, now do we hold them fully accountable when the company that they work for may not be able to acquire this game within a timely fashion early enough to put out this review, to be one of the top guys and the first people reviewing it for their paid publication, because that's kind of where we at with this market, where the first ones to release their walkthroughs, the first ones to release the articles are going to get the most clicks, the most views. Now you're in the position as the journalist being held accountable. That's like Phil Spencer being held accountable because he's the face. Meanwhile, these devs is taking long and all that shit. Or that's like when devs get threatened for putting out a buggy game when it's really the publishing company pushing them out and doing crunch. Now, where I say, yo, listen, it's your fault, when like you just stated, these journalists is out here now saying what they prefer. So now they speaking now, I don't think I need to beat the game. Now it's like, all right, I can't defend you here. In my opinion, you gotta beat the game. You work for this, position. This is what you do for a living. You have more credibility than the average person because this is what your title holds. You know what I mean? So we kind of got lost in that. And you got these guys are looking even more casual. If not, they look like the dudes who are investing money for publishers to put out games rather than an actual gaming company, you know?
Yeah.
That's my thing. Yeah.
Ransom?
Yeah, I think you do have to beat games because a lot of times a reviewer's point or they might have a certain view on the game and then like an outlook on it, and then their questions get answered further in the game and they didn't beat it. And then other times, perfect example, I think his name is Matt Damon. He thought he beat the game, and he said Resident Evil 2 Remake was the same thing when you play both playthroughs of Leon and Claire, but he chose the wrong option. So he didn't fully beat the game, and he was talking out his ass.
All right. So a couple.
Are we
things.
lagging, yo?
No, we shouldn't be lagging. No, we're not.
Oh, I bet. I'm like,
We're good.
what the fuck?
So, all right. I'm gonna say it depends on the kind of review. So look, some people have the reviews where they give a score.
My bad. I said Matt Damon. That's the fucking actor. Damon. It's Damon something. Excuse me.
I know what you were saying. There's some games where like people give a score. There's some games where people kind of have like is it worth $60? Then there's the other reviews where they basically review the game, but they don't give a score. So depending on the kind of review you do, you need to beat that goddamn game. You out here giving scores and shit. If you giving scores, if it's that kind of formal review where there's a score given, bro, you gotta beat that game. You gotta beat the game. Now look, don't get me wrong though. Sometimes a game is so trash that you can just say, yo, this game is garbage and this is why. You know it's going to start in the middle and it's going to finish trash. Nobody's beating that shit. Some people beat it. Lots of people beat it. I'm one of those people that end up beating the game that's trash just because I feel I have to beat the game or I can't really talk about it on the podcast most of the time. So, I mean, what's an example of a game that was just so bad that like
Cyberpunk?
Nah.
Bro, come on now, bro. That shit brought health hazards.
Bro, man, I raked that game over the coals for like a month, bro. So you already know I know about the game.
No, I'm just saying, like, it is to the point where it brought health hazards.
Minus the bugs, it was a good game.
I said niggas was falling out getting seizures.
Yeah, bro, there was seizures going on, dude. The main menu didn't even warn people, son.
That's not a good example. That's not the best example because that was let's use like what was this like? What was like this absolute garbage and everybody knew it was trash, bro?
Honestly,
we were gonna follow off 76.
Duke Nukem.
Duke Nukem Forever. All right, Duke Nukem Forever. We can go with that. That was, I mean, most people thought the game was garbage. Hold on, what's some of the chat saying? The Medium, Kane and Lynch.
Kane and Lynch?
No, I see it these. All right, man, y'all, some risky answers. Yeah, we go Superman 64. All right, we're gonna go with that one. Superman 64.
Took it back with that.
Yeah, it's known as one of the worst 10 games of all time. Everybody knew it was trash. You should not have to necessarily beat that game to be able to tell somebody, yo, this is what I think of the game. I could beat this later. But yeah, yo, you out here giving scores because the problem is some games start out slow and they're great. You know what I'm saying? Then there's some games that start out excellent and then it just never goes anywhere. So when you review games, there's a possibility that one of those two things could happen. And if you're reviewing it based off of where it is and there might be peaks and valleys in the game, you fucking up. And I ain't gonna lie, bro, these journalists been plagiarizing and shortcutting too long, bro. You write for a professional publication. They need to beat that game, bro, because y'all are giving the scores out, out of 10s and all that type of shit. But anyhow, let me make sure we all cut up on those donos because people's in here going crazy in here, bro. You know what I'm saying we already seen J King with that big.
I knew it, yo. We already guessed it. We knew it.
What?
We knew it. Xbox is the Go Box was gonna return today.
Hey, Xbox.
I think you, yo. For the record, I think you silver joysticks.
Hey,
I think you silver joysticks,
God,
my brother.
Boy, I've been asking Ricky, yo, you saying Xbox? I swear to God, bro, for like the last, what you say, like 2 months? I'm like, where my boy Xbox?
2 months.
Like 2 months. And I said to Ricky, I swear to God, I said, I guarantee you, after Xbox's E3, we see Xbox on the podcast. And here the fuck you are, son. Welcome. Good to see you. I'm sure you'll like what we have to say about the Microsoft conference, so you don't have to worry today, bro. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get to that in a little bit, bro. It's good to see you, though. We know you a soccer count. We just don't know who you are. You said who you think it is?
I think it's silver joysticks, low key.
It better not be silver joysticks, man, because he be on here on his silver joystick account, man. I need a confirmation. We know
I feel like
you
it's
got me a
him.
soccer account, man. We love you, man, but we ain't seen you in months. And now Xbox went crazy. Now you in here.
Well, we should.
It's been like 9 years. Yeah, I know.
Anyhow, shout out to Ricky Brown, bro. Thank you. He said we're here to see Otis. This guy here. Rise above.
You know who Otis is, right? Excuse me.
That's you, bro.
That's you?
I'm Otis.
Okay. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you know
Great
what I mean?
job.
Hey,
Great
hey,
job.
man. Rise above. What's happening? How you feel about KD? I'm a PlayStation guy, but Xbox. Of course, need competition in this. Never been a Halo guy, but yeah, man, that Halo look good. I ain't, you know what I'm saying? I can't deny that. We're gonna get to that though. Retro 23. Can you shake some buns? What?
Huh?
Hey, man, they do that shit, bro. You shout out to Jonathan Jones. Yeah, bro, they do that on here, man. All right. Let's what conference should we talk about first, bro? Let's start. Let's go
in order.
Hold on. Can we get Take Two out the way, please?
Oh yeah, that's
All right, you really okay? Go ahead, cause you really. Go
All
ahead,
right, what? All right, they didn't show no. All right, so here's the thing. Before I sound mad, wild with it. Literally, right before the conference went live, the dude literally said, "We can't wait. We got Take-Two Interactive. They're gonna show us some games. Let's kick it off. E3." They went live and had a Zoom call. But here's the thing: they were speaking facts. They were talking about racism and bias and gender bias and sexual preferences in gaming and just a bunch of stuff. So they were speaking facts on that. The shit just came in at a late ass time. You know us, we always speak about that too. The shit came in so unexpected, and that was basically the whole conference. So if that was their first E3, and the back of the logo, we thinking Mafia Remaster or Mafia 4, or we're thinking just Borderlands. We're thinking something. We're thinking something. And the whole conference, y'all spent it lagging. Y'all spent it using NVIDIA's new software trying to green screen your background. The shit was ghetto. Shit looked like I just started your YouTube channels for the first time in 2011. Shit looked mad ghetto. That event was one of the worst events because IGN writes under them, "We can't wait to see some of your games." Like, out of all people, we got IGN saying some shit like that in the comment section. And that shit was terrible, man. That was one of the worst conferences. Y'all was speaking facts about everything social related about society, but that wasn't something people was expecting, man. Like, even if you had that and then you threw the games in right after, me and Trey was roasting everybody, bro. Like, we literally had to hold down the podcast. Shit was crazy. Ass.
All right, can I go next?
Yes.
All right, so Take-Two, don't ever do a conference again. They were, like Ricky said, they were speaking facts. But let me tell you, I don't give a fuck. It's E3. I don't need to hear any of that. Where the games at? Like, that shit pissed me off. I don't need to, like, oh yeah, diversity in gaming is important. All that's important, but where are the games at? Even like y'all could have appeased the GTA whales, showing something like a new update for online, something. Y'all had a online class meeting for E3. That was just a waste of everybody's time. I don't know. Like, did y'all pay for a spot for E3? Like, to show that bullshit? Like, I don't care if it was important. It was bullshit.
Don't come back.
Next gen, you see that shit, bro?
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, I'm here.
Good.
It was trash. Ordered unadulterated dog shit. That shit was true. You know what I mean? I look at it like this. When it comes to EA, honestly, Activision, even Enix. I don't know why they even have E3s, because they're going to show their games are coming to the PlayStation or Xbox or even PC, and I don't know why they just let them show the games here. It was some trash. I get the whole Black Lives Matter, White Lives. It was good game was on mini size. Fucking get my Donald Trump on. It was good games on mini size, right? But motherfuckers here to see the games, the Michael Bay, the explosions. Give us something. What is the next gen version of Grand Theft Auto 5? You know what I mean? Are you gonna allow us to have crossplay in 2K? Something. They dropped the ball with that one. Then like you said, that shit was they got $1 billion company, and that goddamn I put on a dog shit podcast. My shit, I had better production than that. I was spending about $35 on this motherfucker. These motherfuckers got about billions of goddamn dollars. You know what I mean? My whole hookup cost me $17 on the black market. You know what I mean? That shit was trash.
Yeah, man, and it's fucked up because, like I said, it was speaking facts, bro. But it's like, man,
they were speaking facts again. I'm tired of you saying that shit.
Yo, bro,
we know that. Don't say it again, bro. Fuck that shit. You being too much.
Man, they shit was fucking garbage, yo. The shit was ass. I felt like I lost a bunch of subscriptions that day. Had my viewers waiting for some heat, and this shit was not heat. Bro, it felt like that one party that everybody was just standing on the wall waiting. Like, this shit was fucking garbage, yo. Oh fuck! White dudes was dancing the Eye of the Tiger, yo.
They was dancing the Eye of the Tiger in the cinema part. I couldn't believe the DJ played that shit, and they was like rave dancer too. I think one of the dudes leaned on you a little bit.
Yo, dude leaned on my shoulder, son. I was like, yo, get off me, bro. Yeah,
man.
So
the community is roasting their appearances. I was like, that's fucked up, but like, hey, y'all ain't show no game, so whatever.
So that's great. All right, look. So the end of 2019. Take-Two's they had a net revenue of $857 million.
Oh my god.
Y'all made almost $1 billion I mean, it's far off, but whatever. And y'all had a Zoom meeting.
Skype call.
A Skype call. And what did they do to make it worse, bro? They all had the built-in green screen feature on that shouldn't have been on because none of them had legitimate green screens. So I'm seeing a silhouette of all eight backgrounds, and I seen the reflection of somebody's outside window through their glasses. Why the fuck was, I mean, if you're going to have a Zoom call, you don't need to have that. That's like a whole bunch of little kids in class. They get in there, they playing with the new features and all. That shit was ghetto as fuck. And what made it worse though, is they knew if they told people there was going to be no gameplay reveals, nobody would have came. But they let us think that they was going to have some stuff, and we got there, and it was like eight or nine people just talking. I watched it on mute.
That's the question. Why have it though? I don't understand. Why have it?
I don't know why they had it.
Exactly.
I know they couldn't warn us that they was going to do that because we would have all they wouldn't have had an audience to even do it. And I understand all that stuff, but it was on me.
Somebody came down with the swine flu last minute. Somebody caught the Ebola, bubonic plague or something. I don't know.
I mean,
that shit was trash though.
They could have canceled that, and I'm sitting up there. I'm like, all right, cool. Y'all could have this. Boom. Why don't they have like some gameplays where they have stuff for E3, and then they had a conversation and they mix it in? But no, they give me a Zoom meeting with like random just talking points. That they know why everybody was watching.
Yeah. Xbox said they went to E3 for TED Talk.
What happened?
What?
He said they went to E3 to have a TED Talk.
That's exactly what that was, bro.
Yeah, they had the white dude up there with the kente cloth on, talking about all lives matter. They was bugging. It was bogus as hell for that one. I ain't lying.
Yo, he said that?
No, I'm just bugging.
Oh,
I'm just being facetious here. Maybe I ain't gonna lie. Maybe they got a scandal about to come out or some shit. They try to hop in front of it. I don't know.
That's possible. Though. And like y'all said, but that was their first E3. And like we
Hopefully
speculate, they never go to E3. Never. We've been to E3. They never go ever. Like, so they said they was going. I'm like, yo, we know they got GTA 5 for the 15th time, but like we know Mafia 4 might be being worked on. They would take a casting for Bully 2. They had Gearbox Borderlands. They had maybe GTA 6 out there. 2K22 trailer reveal, crossplay, like you said. Nothing. Just a whole bunch of people talking, and then they left and said this is the end.
How about this though? Do you think they're pulling the EA, getting to at one time EA was God to the industry?
Yeah.
Do you think 2K is now at that plateau? You know what I mean? When because they don't actually they get a pass for a lot of shit too though. You mean 2K
or Take Two?
Well, they're the parent company.
Yeah, right.
Shit right back. You know what I mean?
Hey.
Like they services dog shit.
But yeah. Well, no, man. Like most of the people I know when they come to 2K, bro, we all bought new consoles, knowing that really the only next gen experience we is gonna get early was 2K. And when I tell you, if you look around YouTube and on Twitch, all the content creators have either gone back to the PS4 2K21 or they doing GTA rope. Dudes is not playing 2K. 2K itself is known. It's like everybody's so disappointed in them. And it really started with 2K18. And it just went from there. I'm telling you, dudes know the 2K about they pretty much where the rest of the industry is. In my opinion, the games is overly expensive as far as what you got to do. You, God forbid, you think you're gonna go and you're gonna be on a park at a 60 overall. If you don't show up, no, you ain't gonna get no games. And you ain't gonna have nobody to play with. So ain't nobody playing with 60 overalls. 2K, yeah, they at that point, bro. And then what they did with WWE is fucking ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah, yeah. We've been saying that they've slowly been turning into EA, bro. 100%. 100%.
Hey, I want y'all to hear what this journalist said about E3, but after we get into more of the trash conferences.
All right, who's next? Let's do Square Enix.
Well, let's do Capcom because they were pretty ass.
All right, let me try to switch scenes and see if it frees. Hold on. All right, we're good. Okay, go ahead.
Crazy, yo.
Okay, go ahead. Capcom.
All right, so I'll break down for those who didn't see Capcom conference. This is what they had. They had a roadmap for Monster Hunter Rise, which is cool, but you could have made a YouTube video about that. They had the 17 trailer for Monster Hunter Stories 2. Could have just uploaded that to YouTube. It's only 5, but that's too many. They made an announcement that Resident Evil 8 is getting DLC due to popular demand. Could have made a Twitter statement for that. And then they showed gameplay in another trailer for Ace Attorney, which that game is basically a visual novel. What we need gameplay for that game for? And I love Ace Attorney, but you need to show gameplay for a conference. And then last thing that they showed was like esports. And that was it. No new games. I'm like, again, not everybody needs a conference. If you have nothing to show, it's okay.
I'm gonna be honest.
Too. Go ahead.
I'm gonna tell you right now, man. They were showing us games like Keymailer, like shit that I be requesting on Keymailer. They were showing us games that I be getting random emails like, "Hey, can you try our game for free?" Like, how dare you waste my fucking time? Yo, Capcom, y'all been holding it down. Like I fuck with Monster Hunter. Yeah, I fuck with Monster Hunter because the guys I run with them, so that makes the game fun. They tell me, they teach me how to play it. They teach me the ropes with everything. The shit be fun playing with them, right? Then I'm like, all right, cool. Like, I'm looking at the games they dropping on the Switch. You think I'm gonna the way the game plays and runs on PC? You think I'm gonna dub my shit? That's like me going from a baddie to some shorty who don't know how to cook, going to the Nintendo Switch with them fucking garbage trash ass graphics. Yo, Capcom showed us slideshow games, the shit. I'm already having a problem reading like notes in games. That's one thing I don't like doing. I don't like playing games and I go through the story. And for me to know really what's going on, instead of having like some cutscenes or some interactions, some voice interactions, you got me finding notes. And I got to read notes from a letter from somebody's ex-wife 5 years ago. The whole game is based off that. Like that all them shits from Capcom was straight garbage. I thought we was gonna hear about a Marvel vs. Capcom HD collection jumping from somewhere, Infinite. I don't know, something. They showed us some trash. I don't know. And the shorty, I ain't gonna lie, I feel bad for her, yo. But shorty who kept like, she was in her bag announcing like what's the next game coming out. I know she was suffering. I know she ain't fucking with these games, yo. I know she knew she was gonna get hate for that whole event, yo. That shit was ass, yo.
Yeah.
That's the worst fucking conference. Second.
Mega Man Battle Network collection, something, Onimusha remastered, remake. Now, the people who was expecting Resident Evil 9 or Remake 4 news is crazy, but I was expecting at least something new.
I thought Resident Evil 4, I know Resident Evil 4 has been getting remade since before I was able to fucking walk. The game's been like remade and shit. That's probably like one of the most remastered games, but I even thought they were gonna announce a remake for that game. And I would have been like, all right, because I know they were in their bag with 3. Or with 2, and then 3 they kind of cut corners with that one.
Talk about 3.
Yeah, fact. But like at least something. And I don't know. I mean, cool that they announced the DLC for 8, but I really thought like I was actually hyped, bro. Capcom's been in their bag the last 4 years. I said, okay, Capcom came back. They started doing the remakes that were really good, and then they dropping these new style of Resident Evil, which turned out to be good. And then I'm just like, yo, what the hell was this, bro? Like all these like I know they not charging $20-$30 for people to play that shit, yo. That shit is ass.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, I feel first, I honestly, overall, right? You hear me in the back. I think, not that I think I know. I think
he got the microphone though.
Yeah, I got this God mic right here. When God's put me going through me, I can't lose my color. I think that this E3, right, was put together, to cure starvation in Africa, some shit, right? Because there's a lot of shit that went up, just to keep E3 alive, to keep E3 going, like this shit was bad. Now you can blame it on COVID, goddamn gingivitis, heart disease, but this was trash. This is gamers, goddamn. So this is our Super Bowl. This is our Christmas. This is our Kwanzaa, right? Kwanzaa bot. Yeah, nah. This wasn't it. This wasn't it before. I mean, Sony comes on their high horse and come back to E3. We can talk about this shit too. But yeah, this was bad. And it goes back to what I'm saying. A lot of these third-party developers, they don't need conferences. They don't. Like this is too much. Listen. I'm gonna have a dog shit conference at E3 next year. You know what I mean? Talk about tic-tac-toe, and this is what it feels like. You know what I mean? A bunch of filler, no substance.
Shit was really unnecessary, bro. Like I heard Octopath Traveler is a really good game, but that's not the type of heat that was being shown, yo.
No, games like that though. Be realistic. Even games like that, be realistic. And no people say it's gameplay over graphics. No, listen here, brother. You go to E3, you want to see the Michael Bay, the explosions. You know what I mean? You know, not that tinky winky dog shit there. That should be bad. You know, I'm not saying maybe not knocking those weirdos that love it, but what I'm saying at the end of the day, they don't show well. You know what I mean? Put a motherfucker to sleep. Literally. These motherfuckers for good.
I was.
You know what I mean?
We sitting there, and yo, this is what make it worse, bro. So yeah, like chat, y'all know I ain't really put out no vids in like a week for real, because of E3. Like we like yo, cause we really like. I know we troll a lot, but like everybody here, we really love like video games. So like E3 really is supposed to be like legit, like he said, like our Super Bowl. So like we getting in calls. We like, yo, we going live with the reactions. Like we doing that. There's like 2 conferences a day and all that. We really trying to work around the conferences and all that. So, we doing all that. We taking off work. We missing streams. We get there and it's like Phoenix Wright Attorney. No disrespect, because y'all know, like y'all seen the games I've played. I'm not there. There's very few games I feel like I'm above playing at this point, especially like if the chat wants to say it, I'm pretty much up for almost anything. Some shit y'all know I'm not gonna touch. But I was sitting up there looking at Phoenix Wright, bro, and I was cool till she said, yo, I'm gonna show you some gameplay. And then it was no voice acting. It was just 2 people standing in like a background, and all you heard was the sound of cursor text just going for 5 complete minutes, bro. That shit is bad. Even if that's the game you gonna show, you never in a gaming presentation make people watch cursor text and just hear the sounds and that's it. Wow, there's just 2 figures standing. That shit was ass.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Shit like that, bro, is where I think that's where you need to start bringing in the content influencers who really do big when they play those games, and like have something on the side and let them help promote that shit, because at E3, that shit is not gonna be well received, bro. I'm sorry, that's not something you throw out there, bro. That's bad, bro.
You know what that was like, bro? I know y'all remember. This
Goldberg and Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania.
Nah.
Oh.
This was like a year, because y'all know we've been waiting on Madden to have some competition since 2005 or 6, whatever year it was, bro.
2005.
Yeah, and then it was this Joe Montana being worked on, and they was tweeting us screenshots of NFL 2K.
Oh man, yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
The developers out to me when they was coming back and had me out there looking like a goddamn idiot. Yeah,
bro, they did it to everybody, right? So then they seen dude at E3, bro. He didn't even have a booth. They caught his ass walking in the lobby. It said, "Here's Dane McGraw here," and then he looked scared. And we found out right there that they was working on a mobile game that never even came out. That's how I felt with at least 3 of these conferences, is that they knew what they was doing. They just got our foot in the door just for us to find out there was some bullshit in there. And Capcom and now Take-Two, y'all them is the 2 worst conferences. Who we have next?
Oh, we have plenty more worse conferences, but bad conference. But we can go to a good one if you want.
No.
I mean, Microsoft.
Okay, there's Show is always trash, but you got Square Enix. No.
There's Gearbox. It's bad, super bad.
I didn't watch
Gearbox.
It's worse than Square.
I only. Okay, so we're gonna skip Gearbox. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Who next?
Square Enix, bro. Okay, their whole intro looked like it was in the 1980s, bro.
Okay, so I took notes on the Square. All right, so Square Enix went. And the stuff that I had that was notable was Guardians of the Galaxy, Marvel Avengers Black Panther expansion, Final Fantasy Chaos, Forspoken, which they never showed us, but they showed us at the montage at the end when they was getting ready to end the conference. They showed us a game that looked better than everything else, but all we got was a 3-second clip, and we all stopped to say, yo, what was that? And then it was Life is Strange. Man, we got to do this first. What did y'all think in chat? What did y'all think about the Guardians of the Galaxy Square Enix game?
All right, I'll go first. All right. Okay, it's a new game that's good, but at the same time, it looks bad. And it sucks that they already gonna have like negative thoughts about their game. Just not just because it looks mad, but because they're coming off of Avengers being so ass. People gonna be wondering, oh, this game have 1,000 bugs too. But then let's get to what's wrong with it. You only play as Star-Lord, so why is it called Guardians of the Galaxy? The frame rate was all over the place.
Facts.
It doesn't look like a next-gen game at all. The story, I don't know about the story. The gameplay looks decent. And then, I don't know what to expect to this. Listen, Square Enix is holding, I forgot to say the name, but the Montreal studio hostage. I want a new Deus Ex. I don't want no more Marvel game. This shit turns out to be ass. Let them work on new Deus Ex, please. That's all I got to say about Guardians.
I'll go next. Excuse me, my mic it's working. Yeah, dog shit. They need to stop being so goddamn cheap and get the goddamn actors like the goddamn player. Like, come on, what the fuck is going on here, man? Like, this is like too long fool. Don't let it go be. That shit is trash. That shit is fucking trash, man. Avengers was dog shit. This shit is cat shit, man. Like, no, please snatch back that goddamn licensing from them. We were all excited to see what Avengers and what if I'm not mistaken, is the creator of goddamn
isn't it Avalanche Studios? Yeah, Avalanche Studios, bro.
We Crystal Dynamics about that. Yeah, you know what I mean? And like no, that's I didn't like it at all. No, that shit was trash. I have listened to that. I've lost all faith. But they take so goddamn long to put out goddamn games. But nah. They ain't bring your ass down off the stage, Chief. This ain't it, Chief. Nah. Somebody needs to step in. I'm real talk. Somebody needs to step in, and if they're not going to, I'll play this. You had Batman that came on, of course, right? And to me, that set the bar when it came to
Facts.
Superhero movies. Games.
And then Spider-Man came out and would surpass that. You know what I mean? If they can't be up to that level of quality, there.
We were just saying that shit when we were streaming the event.
My camera, you can see me, right? If that mumbo jump, if they can't be up to the quality of that, they need to cut this shit out, man. No. I think with Disney, how you say quote unquote being as big as they are, down there $1 trillion goddamn company, someone should step in and have a quality control. You know what I mean? Because let me be honest with you, whether it's the same guy or not, when you talk about superhero games, we have yet to see what's the Darkwing or the Gotham City is going to be. I'm looking forward to that. Even Suicide Squad, but if it's not going to be up to that level with Spider-Man or Batman, Arkham series, they need to no. And this looks like to me nothing but another Avengers.
Oh, yeah. No, another thing is they spent way too much time on this. Like we always say, we want meat. When it comes to them showing off games, and they show gameplay, but it was too long because they tried to prolong their conference. And like they could just show a little gameplay and they're like, oh, go watch the rest on our YouTube channel. Because that conference was too long for no reason.
It was dumb long. I think personally, like next gen, we said this shit like during the conference itself.
Oh yeah.
Like when certain companies hit, and it's unfortunate, you may not be that company, but like if we see story-driven games hit like a certain bar, we're like, damn, we only hope that other companies kind of hit those levels of expectation and like bring stories. Same thing with like the Marvel and superhero games. Batman was holding it down just before PS4, like this shit since PS3 days. Yeah. So to really be hitting like that, and then Spider-Man came around and really started hitting, you know your quality has to at least meet that expectation. Where like it doesn't matter if you're a different studio, man, we're seeing it. And then you coming from Tomb Raider and Just Cause. So we're looking at two studios that came together, and I'm thinking there's gonna be a level of quality here. I'm not a big fan of Just Cause, but I understand where they were taking their bar with the destruction in the sandbox. But when you mesh those two together, the game looked like PS3. Yeah, but this game is looking like PS3. It was lagging. There was certain moments we thought it was OBS. Fucking stream was lagging. And seeing that they got this license, I'm really sitting here wondering like who here is gonna say, guys, it's their first game. Like, no, bro, we at the next gen. We're at this stage right now where you got indies. What?
Well, not to flip it, but do you think it's because of cross-gen development? Because I hate that. I want this shit down the alley somewhere. I know why they do it.
I don't think porting. I don't think it is.
I think it's time.
I think it's gonna be trash regardless, right?
I think the game was just going to be what it is. But the trickery was like we're looking at it, and immediately anybody who's seen or played the Avengers game, we instantly thought that was the new content for the Avengers game. At no point when at the first 2 minutes, I'm like, oh, it's some Avengers stuff, and then they're like, no, this is a standalone game, and I'm like, I mean, I get it, like, I ain't gonna lie, it felt more like the Amazing Spider-Man games, because you remember how bad those games were.
Amazing Spider-Man 2 was alright back in the day. But
it wasn't. Shit, I mean, I think that came out like 20. I want to say that came out 2014. Like it felt more like
the first one was cool. Two looked like a PS.
Yeah, that's when the OG PS2 and Xbox, the Amazing Spider-Man 2. But I'm sorry, not the.
No, that was PS3.
Well, I ain't like none of the Spider-Man games.
Yeah, that was actually. There was a version on PS4 because by that time the PS4 was out. Yeah, that was 2014.
Yeah, Amazing Spider-Man 2 was dog shit.
No, they had Amazing Spider-Man 2 for the. Come on, I'm taking you back there for the PS2.
You think about Web of Shadows?
No, it was Amazing Spider-Man. It was Amazing Spider-Man. Whatever the hell it was, Amazing Spider-Man.
Oh, the regular Spider-Man.
They had like 15 games.
I think THQ had the license back then. Whoever made it, but yeah. But but like I said, even with Batman, I'm not a big comic book guy, but they took and after see all those games based on movies adaptations been dog shit.
Everyone.
Then you had what they call it, Batman Arkham City, right? And I guess it's a comic book series or whatever the case may be, but it was done well. You know what I mean? And like you said, it set the bar. Then you had Spider-Man came out, not shit. I think Miles Morales was better than Spider-Man. You know what I mean? You have one of them silly ass side missions sneaking around as the very powerful white Christian woman in a museum and shit, right? Let me work. And, but you want to be Spider-Man. You want to be, swinging. Miles Morales nailed it. You know what I mean? And so, you can't go like looking at that, and that's cross-gen. So we can't even see cross-gen,
right?
Because that's cross-gen. And to looking at what they're giving us, it's like a cash grab.
It was. Go ahead,
and to add on to that point is what I was saying. I think obviously budget, whatever it was to make that game look the way it looked and perform the way it performed. Obviously, I know, dude. If you looked at the bottom at the end of that damn trailer, bro, this shit had every fucking console and streaming service known to man that this shit was dropping on this. Dude, it said the Switch, the Google Stadia.
On day
one. Yo, dude. It said the Switch, the Google Stadia, the Amazon Luna, PS4, Xbox One.
Yep.
Son, everything, bro. So I know that takes time. That's one section, and the rest, I'm just really wondering, like, where you get your talent from Tomb Raider.
They was working on both games, bro. At the same time.
They working on both. That's what I'm saying,
bro. They had to have committed to this project, bro, before we knew about it. Because it looks visually, man, I'm not gonna lie, I'm about to say something crazy.
Just say it, bro.
We already know EA's pretty ass. But the thing I always know about EA is that with some of their franchises, they have the talent. It's just that the devs have to have the time and resources to put out their best product without the publisher stepping in. And we got our prime example of that is I'm always gonna come back to that Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, which was a phenomenal game. Square Enix with this Marvel license, man, I legitimately think that EA, if the microtransactions were left out and they got the kind of commitment that they gave to Jedi Fallen Order, I think they could do a better Avengers game than Square Enix can with these last two.
Sir.
Yes, sir. These two games was not I'm gonna get the Guardians. I'm gonna play it, but I'm already knowing. What's up?
Listen, I know I'm all story with it too, and obviously the graphics at this point, like if you're putting the machine out here to look like it's supposed to look like the way it's supposed to look like, say for example EA dropped Anthem, and I'm like, yo son, that's one of the best graphically looking games I've seen from them. But obviously the game was dog shit, story wise and content wise. But from what I don't know why I feel like every time we see something like Forspoken, I'm just like. During their conference, like, what the fuck game was this?
Why didn't they show that though, man?
Dude, I'm not ready. I'm not here for another. I always remember what King Dub said, bro. When we was on the PS4 era talking about Watch Dogs, shout out to Dub, man. He said, yo, we're not gonna see any current gen at that time, which was PS4 and Xbox One. Not gonna see any current gen games be for current gen until like 4 or 5 years later.
Yeah, but
and that's what we saw. No, but that's the thing. I think return, but that's not saying every game though. You know what I'm saying? They did very well. God of War did very well for it too. Horizon did his thing. But shit, bro. Swear, what's up?
Gen and port that shit back to last gen, and make all the shit ass or not ass. Just do that. Don't make it optimize it straight out. Man, make that for next gen. And then boom, last gen gets it, but like make it look like Remember how bad Black Ops 3 was on the PS3? That shit was ass. Make it
bullshit though. No bullshit. A part of me knows, like, I feel like they scrapped the Guardians of the Galaxy. They took it out of like Marvel Avengers and just like finesse their own story. Not saying out of all Marvel Avengers, like out of all characters, you decide to do Guardians. No, because they're good. They're a great movie too. But I'm just confused. The shit was moving like it was side DLC.
It was lagging.
And I'm just like. It was lagging. It looked like it was actual DLC for their little storyline, and I feel like that's a cash grab and a half, bro. Yeah. I already know that shit's coming. That shit was lagging, dude.
So if we jump back to the conference as a whole,
Chase, before you move on, about the Guardians of the Galaxy, I forgot to mention for the Switch version, you're not gonna run it on the system. It's gonna be streamed through a service remotely.
Remotely through cloud service. But I think that's lining up too. I know they got a new console coming out too, Nintendo. So it may run natively there. We can probably talk about it.
Okay.
But, they do that in Japan already, though.
Okay.
One of those games.
So they also showed the Black Panther expansion, and that was one of the things that we was talking about earlier. Like when you see a game and you play it, and you're like, the game's not that good, and then you see the DLC, you're like, I ain't messing with none of it, and then they get you. And I was looking at the Black Panther, and I was like, I gotta get this. I don't have to do anything, but like I feel like I seen that and it looked good. And the game might still be ass, but I just want to get it just cause. Like,
yeah, and the thing is, it wasn't even the Black Panther expansion necessarily. It's just like Black Panther. It was the update before that made it look good when they was fighting the chick from the main campaign.
Right.
It looked like a raid.
Yeah.
And luckily it's going to be free, so if you want to jump back in, you can.
And did the Spider-Man ever come out for PS?
No, it got delayed. So Spider-Man might come out at the end of the year.
And
the Guardians of the Galaxy was looking like that game right there that's streaming in your background, bro. On OBS. Shit was looking like that, dude. And that's Fallout.
Ricky, are you getting the Black Panther expansion?
Yeah, I want to play that. I do want to play that. I want to see how it is. They haven't really showed too much gameplay. They've been showing like a little, CGI on it, so it looks fire, but I already know.
That was one of the better looking DLCs. Next gen, you happen to get you getting that Black Panther. You just say, I know when you put games down, you put them down. You don't even
eject though, cuz. But no, I gotta go out that motherfucker. I feel like they might. I'm not like I pass the brown people bag test. Let they go be hit. They might snatch my black card in the gutter, but I don't got to support my man. But yeah, I'm gonna snatch it. Whether if it's bad, I will not give my opinion on it. But yeah, I got to go out there and support.
Try to stay on code, bro.
Yeah, I can't break code. I see. Dr. Umar boys.
I'm gonna talk shit because I didn't like the Black Panther movie.
What? Oh man, pardon me.
Hell,
oh man, God, Jesus Christ. Yeah, buddy.
Hey, why Black Panther fight better in Captain America than he did in his own movie? That movie was mid.
That was the greatest movie ever. Come on, brother. Come on, brother. That was
it wasn't bad CGI.
I'm gonna send Drop Squad to your house with Spike Lee.
Wait. Look. Unfortunately for his passing, we won't know what was, because I felt like that was the start of the, even however he fought, I felt like the next movie, obviously he was gonna be more active like that. But God, to say that movie,
well, not even that. But I think, 10. I think what's my man name? Away from North too, Michael B. Jordan. He stole the show with his. What's his name? Killmonger. There you go. Yeah. With this, buried with my people. Hey, auntie, he stole the show with that. You know what I mean? And all eyes is on him. So everybody's hoping that he takes up the mantle. Of course, I think in the comic books they said he becomes Black Panther.
He's
later on.
Yeah.
I don't do much of the comic book stuff.
I know they're gonna switch it up right now because of the passing. So Marvel wants to still, Marvel has the ability, and the guy who was directing it was some guy from like LA, right, from Compton. He's a great writer too.
Yeah, black dude.
Yeah, great. He did his thing in that movie too, writing and directing. So I think what he's gonna try to do is like push the sister to be somewhat of bigger power because she was a likable character too.
Also, too, I heard. I'm not because I don't watch comic. I heard that she's the equivalent of what's the smart guy reads in the Marvel universe and cinematic. Like
Doctor Strange.
No, smart in terms of like what's the guy? Past Tony was one guy smarter than Tony Stark, but she's up to that level.
Shuri.
No, what's some guys? What's the guy from Fantastic Four?
Mr. Fantastic.
What's his name?
Richards.
Reed Richards.
Yeah, she's up there with him with knowledge. I mean, so explain what's.
She was kind of projected to be like a real smart, in that movie too. So them allowing her to push that bar and then kind of filling up those spaces. They'll figure out a way, and then obviously Killmonger comes back. But I thought the movie was. That shit hit home, son. That shit felt great.
It's a fucking celebration. I think YouTube sent out notifications, bro. We hit 1,000 live viewers, man. Shout out to the 1,000. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look,
appreciate you.
Again.
Big facts, yo. Thank God, bro.
Y'all check Next Gen's link in the description.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? He got his whole team. He do shows all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So
with the God mic.
Let's make sure y'all do that. So
he's been around for years, man.
They had Life is Strange. I forget the full title, and y'all know.
Yo, give me your title, Chase. What would you title that game? Life is Strange, and then add the subtitle. What would you add the rest of it?
I don't even know, bro.
I got one. Life is Strange. Life is Strange. Knowing the homies need you, yo. That's the one.
The power they went with. Like, I understand you want to be creative, right? But sometimes it might not be the move. The power of the character is that the character can feel other people's emotion. I wouldn't give a shit if I was like standing next to Ricky and realized like he had a rash that he kept thinking about on his back from his activity. I wouldn't give a fuck that, like, he said he didn't have no money to pay the light, but now I have, just because of my power, I have to know what he's dealing with. I have to take on the burden of his stress. You know what I'm saying? That he was.
What did you say to me that day?
The PPP loan. Now I know he got the loan, and I have to feel like I'm going to jail because of his fucking power. That power's fucking ass, dude.
All right. That's what I gotta say about Life is Strange. It didn't need a remaster. They just want extra money. It better come free for whoever bought the original games. I like Life is Strange 1, and Before the Storm, I uninstalled Life is Strange 2 after episode 3. I thought it was trash. And True Colors, I'm be honest, it doesn't look that good.
I gotta feel his emotions and know he did the PPP loan. Bro, I feel like I'm going to jail.
It's crazy, like, cause she sees an aura around the people, and she knows how they feel, and I'm just like, I gotta see where this is going. I really like, my favorite Life is Strange is the first one by far.
Yeah.
2, I like 2. Wasn't as good as 1. Before the Storm was okay. And I didn't play Captain Spirit, or what's his name? It was like a tie-in with the second game.
Yeah, that was Captain Spirit.
I didn't.
Hey, shout out to the donations though.
Jesus Christ, we're gonna get to those donations in just a second because y'all going crazy right now.
Yeah, we got a blitz through Square Enix. We've been here for a while.
Shout out to my bro Johnny J. I feel you, bro. That's my brother, man. I appreciate you, man.
Oh,
what's going on, man?
Hey, thank you, bro. Appreciate you.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey, man, thank you for that. Javi, Jesus Christ, bro. I told you stop donating, man. How you doing, Javi? Thank you, bro. I told you I got
thank you, brother,
man. Oh, boy, Javi. Oh, you know what I'm saying? What's up, Cam? Yuri becomes the next Black Panther. That's my
it's a sister, right?
Yeah.
Shuri.
I don't mean to sound. I don't want her as a Black Panther. I want Killmonger.
No, well, no. I think what they're gonna is just a filler until he becomes it. Because I don't think they. I don't want them to even rush it either. I want his build up to be like fire as well. So the fact that his passing, it would be like, do we shave off that and just make him immediately, or like, don't you want him to have?
Here's the thing, right? Game or viewers, not just gamers, people. Period. We are. Right, what have you done for me lately? It can't be a step back from what they already gave us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think the sister's dope. Her role is dope. Her fight and making the stuff, I think ill. But even before old boy his untimely demise, people were wanting to see more Killmonger.
Yeah, they did.
You can't just let him out like that. They can't. You got to come back. You know what I mean? And you know what I mean? So,
well,
I don't think they can take a film and a half to bring him back. I think family hop back. Maybe,
I believe he's gonna
you
come
know,
back. I think he might come back earlier than expected. I just think maybe like a quick filler before, like just to have a dope kind of interest for him to come back. I think some shit might just go
because
down.
she becomes in the comics, so it makes sense.
They have time. I mean, they have more movies like the Thor. They got Natalie Portman to come back for the new Thor.
She came back because she got a bigger role, man.
Yeah, so she
left like after one.
Yeah, what is the title of the new Thor? Because she's gonna have
Love and Thunder, I
Love
believe.
and Thunder. So she'll be back to have her. There's movies where the females from within those franchises end up getting their own movies. So, I don't feel like this will be the last Black Panther. So we could have potentially, a movie with her as one of the people that given a bigger role. So I mean, we'll kind of see what happens. Let's is there anything else y'all want to? Oh, dude, bro, the Final Fantasy pixel version, bro. Why?
Well, here go maybe an unpopular thing. I think they starting to milk that goddamn franchise.
You just now think that?
You just
I told you, my integrity is always in question. My super chat is looking right. Yeah, I know, man. Piss off the PlayStation Nation, but they doing that motherfucker like Mario, like goddamn Final Fantasy 16, the rebirth, the remaster, and they got the black guy speaking job. Like this shit, enough. Like give me enough. Like come on, man. Y'all bucking, y'all milking it now. Hey, fam, get your ass off the stage, fam. Come on down, fam.
How many? They have to have over. What, 25 games at least? Cause
I don't know what they had, but like enough. Enough is enough. I need this nigga's address. Like no, like it's too much. It's too much, man.
Hey, yo, I credit the idea that the fact that like they lasted that long in the game. How long they been around? Because I never played a Final Fantasy game
since we as kids, bro.
Yeah, they've been around since Nintendo, and remember they were. This was again Nintendo being cocky. And they didn't want to go with CD. They stayed with cartridges, and cartridges is very expensive. I'm not arguing with them. I remember cartridges paying $70 for cartridges back in the day. Mm-hmm. The games was $50. And
1987.
They wanted to get with the whole, with the cutscenes and stuff that PlayStation, Sony came in before us to this. But that's neither here nor there. And then you see Square Enix kind of more align itself with Sony and PlayStation, and the rest, like I said, is history. But at this time, it's like they're becoming a one-trick pony. Like, I get it. Give me something outside of Square Enix to that level of quality. I mean, so I think what's it called, a Final Fantasy 15? Was it when they had the leather jackets on? That was 15.
Yeah, 15.
It was 15.
Okay, well, I don't know. I'm new to this shit here.
Yeah, let's just say all black.
Let me tell you, I've been a Final Fantasy fan all my life. I'm a goddamn liar. But with that being said, though, right? So, I get it, right? And even with that game, like to me, it reeks like co-op. It's a big open world. I know they had the expansion, and plus maybe had the older consoles at the time, the Xbox One and the PS4. But going forward, outside of that, I would like to. I know they got to finish the thing they have with what's the Final Fantasy remake? What is it?
Yeah, but that's gonna be like 4
the 7 remake, right?
Like
okay, all right. So it's gonna be a lot. Now what? Now, because I know they even have Team Ninja from Ninja Gaiden. They're doing a Dark Souls version of the type game. That's another thing.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, that's another thing. I think they're going to just do too much, rinse and repeat. You know what I mean? You got the Dark Souls, and you have the Dark Souls Bloodborne, cool, and Sekiro Star twice. But everybody's making this Souls type game. Like, you know what I mean? I'm gonna be honest.
I noticed that after Sekiro, we started seeing more.
Bro, I think that's dope, but I ain't got the mental fortitude. Maybe I ain't half the game or half the love I used to be. Fuck it, right? Put my flaws on Front Street. I ain't that fast with the sticks no more, right? And I don't like to be fun. I want to play the game. Give me easy mode. You know what I mean? Whatever the case. Let me get through it. Yeah, man.
The Souls nerds come in. They're like, oh my god,
this guy stone him now.
Get him out of here. He asked for
listen. I'm not knocking those that sit there, bro. I can't do it, bro. I ain't got it, man. I ain't got it. They just too much. Like I mean, maybe you guys may feel different. I mean, to show anything, but it's just like too much.
No, at least you're saying it though. Got dudes that just be like, "Nah, the game is trash." It's like, no, bro, just say it. Like, I don't got it for I like Japanese games, but at the same time, I don't got it in me to be like putting in the hours to most of them, because if you think about it.
Oh yeah. Like had my man from Raheem from Chicago with the kufi on. Brother, you need to get in touch with your Japanese culture. You up to eating some fried chicken wings, fried rice. Hey, bro, go ahead, bro. Yeah, fam, go ahead, fam. Stall me out. Yeah. Like,
bro.
I don't know. I mean, I guess I guess like if it's successful, it's gonna be what it's asking Microsoft to step away from Halo or Gears or Forza. I get it in that aspect, but I would like to see something outside of that franchise done with the same level. You know what I mean? I know it takes them a long time to do those swinging games, those Final Fantasy games. I mean,
I'm confused. I thought Tomb Raider was gonna come back with something. I don't know.
No, Tomb Raider did not do good, and people did not buy the Shadow.
Last one was not that good.
It's because people wasn't. I bought all them shits. People don't.
No, but I'm saying I don't know how they. I don't know. Then again, no, I'm bugging. I forgot they pushed Tomb Raider aside to group the teams together to make fucking the Marvel games now. So I don't know what's that. Yeah.
People didn't buy Deus Ex either.
They didn't buy that. I bought that. Why they sent me that? I would have bought it. Probably did the giveaway.
But yeah, Final Fantasy. I don't care about mobile games. What I do gotta say about they showed a mobile game. What I do gotta say about Final Fantasy 1 through 6, it's dumb they didn't put it on. What they put it on? Steam and mobile.
I think so.
And people, the hardcore Final Fantasy fans, been asking for it on console for a minute, so it's stupid they did that.
Steam,
and then
Steam and mobile.
Yeah, for 1 through 6.
1 through 6. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And then what else they showed? Oh, I wasn't expecting 16 news. I expected a Tokyo Game Show. They said there will be 16 news this year, but I wasn't expecting that E3. Forspoken, I was upset they didn't show that. Maybe Gamescom in August. I don't know. A lot of conferences do that shit. That annoyed me.
That's the first time that I really saw it, and it like bothered me, where they had a conference and they showed their games, and then they showed a montage at the end when they close out, and there was a game that they didn't show in the rest of the conference, and I was like, yo, that game. I always like seeing new shit. Like, I love.
Maybe they might probably a ways off or something.
It might have been. I just felt like they kind of snuck that in there. Like, and I love. Don't get me wrong. Like, we all get our franchises. When the sequel comes out, we get hyped for it. But for me, I love brand new games. So anytime I see a brand new game like that, bro, it excites me. And they didn't show it. So let me read these. Go ahead, do that, and I'll read these donations.
Oh, I think for Final Fantasy, I love it. They have some misses. Y'all can like 15, but that's a bad game. Let's talk about the 13s too. Some of the 13s were bad, but 16, I'm excited for 16. Now, the last game they showed was that I don't know the name. Let's just say Final Fantasy Chaos, because he said it like 7 times.
That's what I had on my notes. Chaos.
It looks like a PS3 game. I played the demo. I would say this: it has potential. They need to improve the graphics. They need to improve the clunkiness. The input delay. Every weapon shouldn't feel like they swing at the same speed. You use 3 weapons. The customization is cool. The magic is really good, but the pairing is really good. It's kind of similar to Sekiro. Like I said, there's no reason for this game to be worse looking than Neo. Now it's a trial version. I'll give it that. Neo, but it looks worse than Neo's alpha. And Neo 1's alpha, and that's really bad.
It's by the same team. It looks like a Vita game.
Yeah,
I mean,
and shout out to them because they take feedback. So they doing a survey. So if you play the demo, let them know.
Okay.
But yeah, if it doesn't get any better when the next beta come out or demo, it's not worth because it looks really bad, and it's super dark for no reason. You turn all the brightness all the way up.
So. We got some donations that came in that we missed. Shout out to Oblivion Radio. He said, been watching y'all since 2014. Thank you, bro. I appreciate you. My boy, Nocti. What game do you love that everyone else hates? Mine is Cyberpunk, even though hate is a loose term. We're going to answer that question because I want to... Actually, we already answered that, but I'm going to get Next Gen's answer on that in just 1 second when we get to any donations. That's a good question.
Donations. Ooh, my voice. Donations.
Legendary Gamer, do y'all think WWE 2K22 is going to be a good game? No, I don't.
No, hell
I'm
no.
so sorry, man. Wait for AEW from Ukes since they left 2K. They doing their own game. They'll be able to put out a better game.
That's Baron time, right? Isn't AEW?
What you say?
Isn't it who Black Baron is signed to AEW?
Oh, is he?
Yeah, I think he's
Oh,
with
I
AEW.
didn't
He's
even
with
know he's with
AEW.
AEW.
He's with somebody. Shout out to Baron. My
Yeah,
bro, give me $50 soon, nigga. I need my money now. You done made it. I need my money, Baron.
Yeah.
Shout out to
Yeah,
Baron.
man. Yeah. I think he's with AEW, man.
That's
Facts.
fire, bro.
For sure. For sure.
Ryan Carter, news of your content. What kind of FNs are y'all? I'm cool with the so we go from. Oh, so Xbox is trash and now has games. My ass tell me PS is still king though. Hey,
Ryan Carter, what up?
What up, bro?
What up, bro?
Hey, we be chilling, man. We be chilling. I'm, we don't take nothing too serious over here, bro.
Yeah, Chase, follow my man. It's my man Carter. Come from my dog shit platform. Shout out to my man Brian Carter.
Hey, man, shout out to you, bro. All right,
what's going on, bro?
Yeah, now we be cooling, bro. I'm saying no trouble over here, obviously. Mac City. This is what we're not going to do, Otis. Otis on the panel. I know you brought that God mic. Hey, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, God mic right here. Mac City.
Thank you, bro. Prince Tim. Take Two said, thanks for the 800 M's. Now hold the Zoom call. I missed that message. That was from 40 minutes ago. J King came through after the 100 with another $5 donation. It was pandering to the people. These companies don't care. We just money to them. We already know that. That's what we be trying to tell people who get committed to a company like it's their girlfriend and they be serious.
You know what it is, bro?
What?
Is that what I'm trying to learn, even with YouTubers, they get behind these consoles. Same thing as sports teams, and you know how it is, bro. To be a Knicks fan, a Lakers fan, the same thing with these consoles. It's no different. The console war would never end. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I always say like, you know what it is? I always say this, bro. Like when it come to the console stuff, like with sports, there's a format already laid out. And by the end of that season, everybody knows when you get to the end of the format, regular season, preseason, regular season, playoff winner, boom. You're acknowledged as the winner. Gamers got too many rules and exceptions and they look past stuff over here. So ultimately, they can't agree on shit.
Hey, but no, look, bro, this is not unique here. It's the same thing, Marvel versus DC. Look on you, what's it, LG versus Samsung,
right?
That it's every here on YouTube, got them all, you know,
right?
Black and Decker versus Lowe's, you know, house appliance,
right?
It's not gonna change, bro.
No, I know.
At least comic book fans can admit DC has better animated films and stuff.
Shit, me.
But look, video game fans, they be in every Twitter thread talking about
that shit is annoying,
bad game. Xbox better.
AMD versus Nvidia. Like, it ain't gonna stop, bro. Ryzen versus Intel, son. Like, this shit can go on forever.
Yeah, but like one thing that separate these gamers, some of these dudes is real nutty, bro. Like I seen somebody had DM'd a female Twitch streamer who joined a development studio, I think for God of War. And then,
she used to work at IGN, Alana Pierce.
Yeah, she got death threats because they're saying as soon as you join the team, somehow the game is delayed. I hope you die. I'm like, yo, this is the people we end up arguing with over video
weirdos,
games.
Man.
They said some very wild shit. I sent it to Jace. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, I mean, you're wrong. When the things, because I play this, you're right. Because they already look at it as, I guess gaming now is now looked at this niche thing for nerds, and who would thought that gaming would be the format when it comes to media? It makes more money in movies, music, and everything, right? And and they say, because they want to blame every time it's a shooting, they blame everything on gamers and gaming, right? So it just give it, I guess, gaming overall a black eye. But it's no difference when Tomb Raider was a year exclusive on Xbox and they threatened the lead
I remember
actors.
They did it with Titanfall too.
Yeah, so that's not that, bro. That's those so like lame. I said. Listen, real talk. So those are the weirdos that need to be singled out and off to the side. You know what I mean? You know.
Facts.
Same thing happened with the girl who played Abby in The Last of Us. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not a big fan of like how that gameplay went.
Yeah,
they gave her
my first one. That was dope, man.
They gave her.
No, but you said that was your first Last of Us,
bro. That first one, I couldn't get through it, bro. Walking around in buildings.
Wow.
The first one's better.
No, the first one. So look, the first one's better. It's a better story.
2 hours in the goddamn building. Marco Polo sneaking around and the dogs and the controllers was shit. I'm sorry, the PS3?
PS3.
That controller was dog shit. But yeah, I don't know. I just like I get it for people who have the emotion attachment to Joel, because even I dropped that bitch down easy. I want to go in his guns and blazing. I want to get back control. I want to slap on this stuff for Joel. You know what I mean? But yeah, I like again how I didn't get the whole I don't talk about the movement of someone's sexual preference. Like that shit I don't get. And I would never
That's
get.
that. Yeah, that's that. You know,
That's the weird shit there.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, and it was crazy because I'm not a fan of Abby. Like I think, like I told people, Abby could have been fired. You know, being her introducing her in the game, cool. Maybe some DLCs, standalone type shit, cool. You know, they made her almost like 70% of the game, and I'm like, damn, what happened? Like, you know, I only wanted to play as Ellie.
I ain't gonna lie, she had the better weapons though. I ain't gonna hold you though.
Oh no, because and she had a dope ass what do you call it? And a better companion. She had a fire ass companion too. I cannot lie. Yeah, but they threatened the fuck out the actress, yo. I want to know what the fuck did she do?
That's my favorite female voice actor. I'm like, bro, why? She's so sweet. I met her before. She's like the nicest person.
Yeah, the person who voice acted Abby.
That's the one. Abby was one with the muscles. The other one. Oh, this alien.
Yeah, the muscles. Going with the muscles.
Yeah. Well, the mocap female and the voice actors, it was two separate people. Like what people don't know is a lot of these. There's a team of voice actors, bro, and they do all the voices we love for games. It's like probably like a pool of like 12 people.
It's a fraternity. Yeah.
Bro, how you come in at Kid Trunks? She voices Kid Trunks for Dragon Ball Z. What's wrong with you?
People have no idea how many voices these people do because my girl watches something called Critical Role. It's a D&D a game, and like there's like at least 6 people. Sometimes they swap in and out. But let's say there's 8 people that come in. That man, their resumes. If you go look, like you play the games and you like, damn, like he does this, and all the voices are so different. So anyhow, I just thought that was dope. But shout out to Big Show. He said Xbox killed E3 10 out of 10. Xbox did a great job. We're gonna get to that. Shout out to No Life J. Okay.
Yeah, she's skating gears too. Yep.
No Life said, glad to see the squad streaming the game and watch for years, and y'all channels came.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, bro. What do I think about Battlefield? We're gonna get to that in shortly. What game show that E3 are you thinking about getting? I mean, y'all know me. Like, as much shit as I talk, there's a good chance I'm gonna get the majority of the games on there. You know, whether or not I do content on them, I still like to play them and give a lot of the games.
Yeah, there's a few games that I'm buying from E3.
Yeah. Mac City, somebody going in that room. I hear Xbox slander. Hey, Gamer Calypso.
They ain't got the room over here, bro. It's pretty PG-13. Check the Twitch walls. We ain't got that over here, brother.
Would y'all want a remake of God of War 1 and 2? No.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, wait.
I would take remakes if I felt like other projects weren't getting slowed down for remakes. I would say yeah most of the time, bro. But unless a game, I don't know. I mean, it would be dope, but.
Are you talking about like remake like on some Resident Evil 2 shit?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing, right? Look at it not from your angle. Maybe I'm gonna give you. I say a layer of my onion.
All right.
My first God of War was 3. Because by the time I was my disc drive died on my PS2, then I had my Xbox and I was all in with Xbox Live, this, that, and the other.
Right.
So you know what I mean. So I missed the whole God of War 1. I mean, the 1 and 2. And the first one I got was 3. And I think I had one on the PSP. But but God of War 3, and I killed all the gods. Like, oh my god, that was me. That was my diehard Xbox shit. Like, God of War is my favorite game ever. Like that shit was just killed all the gods. And Hercules is my brother. That shit was just so brutal to me. Then I went back and played the other ones, and people didn't like Ascension. It was it was alright to me. But then when they did with God of War, taking it from God of War 3, like who, and shout out to Yoshida, told Corey Baller that one, whatever they had at first, he said, no, put it back in the oven. And then they didn't know how Kratos would be with a protagonist, or seeing how you say the softer side of Kratos. Right.
You know what I mean?
What do you know with this consequences to it? How did you know? Like that shit was epic. So some people, God of War may have been their first interaction to the game. I ain't gonna lie, it's kind of hard going back. You know what I mean? That's why, if they do a Last of Us remake, maybe because them controls is dog shit. I'll check it out, right? But maybe the first God of War may have been, this new one here. It's kind of hard going from that and then playing the older ones. I don't suffer from nostalgia. I can't do it. Ejecto, cause you know what I mean. So from that aspect of it. So if they do, I don't want no remasters. No. If they're gonna do a remake, fine. You know what I mean, and whatever it takes. You know what I mean, to because to make it more modern, I'm all for it.
Yeah, I got you. I mean,
I guess
anything from the PS2, I don't want a remake of.
I feel like you bad though, wouldn't you? I know you bad.
No, I wouldn't buy God of War.
No,
one and done.
I get it. I've only played a lot of those games. I've only played those games once. I played 3 twice, but everything else I played one time.
I played all the God of Wars. God of War, I love God of War, but I wouldn't buy a remake of it.
Okay.
I'll beat them all.
Musa Mansa, my boy from the Discord, Brick City in the building. Next Gen, you got
No.
yourself a new supporter. Yeah, Next Gen's cool,
you,
man.
Bro. Appreciate you, brother. No, New Jersey, Step Boy and Project, Born and Bred, baby.
Johnny J with the big $100 dono. Wherever my bro go out, bro. That's one of your boys.
Yeah, it's my brother, man.
Shout out to you, man. Thank you, man.
Johnny J got me living high on the hog in the deluxe apartment in the sky.
I appreciate that. J King with another $50 donation. Big 1,000. Only reason I donate and leave because I save to watch while I'm hiding at work. Hey man, do your thing, bro. Appreciate you,
bro.
Thank you, bro.
Hey Chase, it's saying your Discord sound is on.
My Discord sound is on.
Yeah.
Is it off?
Your alerts are on.
Oh, let me turn
on. It's a Discord. Oh, we not on.
I'll fix it. Okay, sorry. Okay, I should fix it. Shout out to Post Up. Had to pull up, make sure my brother next Gen 720 wasn't code switching. His integrity is always a question.
Oh man,
crazy, bro.
Good game was on many sides. Let me code switch for a while.
That was one thing I knew when I reached out that he was going to do what he always do. I didn't expect him to come on here and be. And I told him before he came in, yo, you can be yourself, bro. You know what I'm saying? Just don't say nothing that's gonna get us up out of here. You know what I mean?
No, I got you, bro.
Yeah, and that's you know what I mean. Other than that, he good, bro. Black Tom Cruise tell Next Gen 720 that us black people need to stay on PlayStation and break these bots' legs.
Oh man, shout out to Tom Cruise. He's a joke. That's a joke, by the way.
And then
Cruise, what's up, baby?
Big bro, Reborg. Thank you for that $5 donation. Y'all want to take a trailer break? Anybody got to use the bathroom?
What you gonna show? It depends.
I
what
mean, we forgot to talk about something, but if y'all want to skip, we skip it.
I got the pink, nigga. No, I'm good. But it's up, y'all.
Shit. Let's take a. We're gonna play the Sea of Thieves Jack Sparrow trailer. We'll be right back.
You got a break room? Jesus Christ!
Yeah, man. Hey, cause I gotta go to the bathroom, so you know what I mean. So I got you. All right, we'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Maya, also known as MXMTune. I'm a musician and the singing voice of Alex Chen in the upcoming Life is Strange True Colors, a small-town supernatural mystery. Alex Chen must uncover the truth behind her brother's death, using her...
Hi, my name is Piotr Szymanek. I'm narrative director in Dying Light 2, Stay Human. Today, especially for the viewers of the PC Gaming Show, I'm gonna tell you a little bit about the Dying Light universe. So, stay tuned. Every tragedy begins somewhere. This one started with a virus that escaped from Haran, the city we met in the first part of the game, and it reached the whole world, including the city where Dying Light 2 takes place. Remember January 6, 2025. That day, later known as Black Monday, the military ordered chemicals to be dropped on the city. It was a mistake, a huge mistake. The chemicals mixed with water penetrated the soil, killing plants, turning most people into bloodthirsty monsters. Don't think of them as zombies though. They are more like half-alive, suffering people who attack everything that lives as a result of their pain and rage. Those who survived the chemical raid took refuge on the rooftops. A new order has been born in the city. People live on rooftops, monsters in the streets. Nobody in their right mind would dare to come down. Well, let's say almost nobody. The exception is the main character of Dying Light 2, Aiden. But why is he braver than others? How did he develop such a unique parkour and combat skills? Believe me guys, I would gladly answer all these questions, but I'm not here to spoil it for you. Let me tell you one thing.
Same nightmare haunts me every night. I'm locked up with other kids. I don't know what he did to me, but he did it every day, over and over, looking for something he couldn't find. The worst part was that he did the same to my sister. I'll never forget her scream when they separated us. What could I do? They had rifles, and we were 5 years old. And there was a fire, explosions, chaos. I got away. Soldiers took me out of the city, but my sister stayed there. My Mia. I left her.
We meet Aiden as one of the many, many children undergoing mysterious medical research. The last thing Aiden remembers from that time is extreme pain, then a fire, and a little girl that was being tested with him. Her name was Mia. She was his sister. What happened next after the fire? Is Mia still alive? The following years haunted Aiden with these questions and with guilt over leaving her. Moreover, Mia is the only answer to the question who Aiden really is. Now in 2036, we meet Aiden when, for the first time during his pilgrimage, he finds a clue about how to find his sister. Aiden's path to the truth is tough, full of challenges and adventures. The difficult choices to make as well as their consequences await you. You're going to discover them all in December 2021. Hi, my name is Piotr Szymanek. I'm narrative director in Dying Light 2 Stay Human. Today, especially for the viewers of the PC Gaming Show, I'm gonna tell you a little bit about the Dying Light universe. So, stay tuned. Every tragedy begins somewhere. This one started with a virus that escaped from Haran, the city we met in the first part of the game, and it reached the whole world, including the city where Dying Light 2 takes place. Remember January 6, 2025. That day, later known as Black Monday, the military ordered chemicals to be dropped on the city. It was a mistake, a huge mistake. The chemicals mixed with water penetrated the soil, killing plants, turning most people into bloodthirsty monsters. Don't think of them as zombies though. They are more like half-alive, suffering people who attack everything that lives as a result of their pain and rage. Those who survived the chemical raid took refuge on the rooftops. A new order has been born in the city. People live on rooftops, monsters in the streets. Nobody in their right
morning every day to go to work,
All right.
and God forbid some shit happens outside in the street type
All right,
shit.
we
You
back,
know what I'm
boys.
saying? Oh, we back? We back? I bet.
Okay, can we talk about Bandai real quick?
Oh yeah, we still got Bandai, don't we?
We got a chat. I tried to play Sea of Thieves and the download ain't work. The trailer was pretty good too. Y'all gonna have to deal with that though. Go ahead with Bandai. Let's get it.
Okay, so people was on Twitter like before Nintendo happened, it was like Bandai gotta save E3. And then Bandai tweeted out, "Oh, our conference only gonna be about the third game in the Dark Anthology trilogy." And everybody's like, "What? Quit playing." And people watch. I didn't watch it. I'm like, okay. People watched it like, what the fuck? You got a conference for one game, and look, there doesn't need to be a conference for these type of games. Life is Strange doesn't need to be at a conference. We know the gameplay. Same with like the Until Dawns, the Telltale type games doesn't need to be at a conference. And you have a conference for this one game. I'm not saying the game's going to be bad. We know the quality of the games because Chase plays them. I play them. They're now they're not as good as like Detroit Become Humans, but Little Hope hit. That was a good one. But yeah, to one conference, I think I don't even remember how long it was, but it was bad. It was one of the bad ones.
That happened to us,
Bro,
That
look.
was another one we was looking for, and it was like over by the time we got there, and they hadn't showed anything.
Now, so what Bandai did, what happened was there was like an issue where the motherfuckers like they had a timer on the top right for Bandai. The event starts in like 30 minutes, but yet the event was going on. So it was like a mistake. It really was at 3:45, like 3:25, but they said 525. So we was all delayed a whole hour, and then we was seeing like interviews after. No, it was weird. Nah, this was weird, bro.
When they put them
you frozen on here? What the heck?
Me? I'm frozen?
No. It was just on. It was on mine. You good?
Yeah, so I don't know what's up. Like you see, my thing is too, even if it was like a stretch, like Life is Strange and all these games, I wouldn't have mind had they knew like, yo, bring out the heat, and then you have your other shit to supplement, like, you know what I'm saying, the 3 courses. Like, I don't understand why you even stressed having, and you know what, I seen this coming too. I should have known better. Like E3, obviously you don't see everybody's through like a clusterfuck right now, games delaying and everything. So what they all did was they took this opportunity to say, yo, screw it. There's no really heavy hitters right now. They just started throwing out the smaller party games and stuff like that. And it's like, yo, y'all really did that though. Like, you really did that to us. We this is like we said earlier, like the Super Bowl, and you really hit us with a pre-show. Like, this whole E3 is like the pre-show. This is like the pre-fight in boxing. Like, ain't nobody really tuning into that shit until 11 p.m.
This is a flea market, bro. Like,
yeah, like,
you might come across some nice shit, but you really gotta dig through it, bro. That's what it was. This is the worst E3 of all time.
And Bandai shit was so delayed. Bandai had it said 2 minutes left of their conference when their conference was already over, bro. I said, son, their conference is already over, and they got a timer saying 2 minutes left until the conference starts. I said, this whole shit is ghetto.
Yeah,
it's fucking trash.
What did they show though?
They showed DLC for Kakarot. They showed DLC for Kakarot. They said it's also coming on the Switch. They showed a couple like their little, little indie Japanese games.
They always flag it. You know what I mean, for copyright.
Oh yeah, no, we just watched it. We didn't even stream it. Like, we was just watching. Yeah. But yeah, and then just that, like Little Hope was a great game. It's like a horror game, decision based. And then they have like 2 more in the series coming out, and they look interesting too, but ain't really nothing. And I told y'all the Bandai wasn't dropping a new Kakarot. I told y'all, a new Dragon Ball Z. They want to focus on Kakarot, bro. I'm like, fuck that game. That game is ass.
Yeah, they're talking about dropping more DLC for. I'm like, bro, dead the game, please.
Dead that shit, bro. We want another Dragon Ball Z. Like,
listen, anime community, stop going for these 6 out of 10s. Don't buy the games. I don't care if you like My Hero, Demon Slayer. They release 6 out of 10s. You gotta stop buying them. Mm-hmm. We need Square Tri-Ace to make anime games again, because they were good anime games back in the day. There's a lot of shit ones, but there were good ones too. Now Bandai just make all the anime games and get 6 out of 10s. Koei Tecmo made one for Fist of the North Star. Fist of the North Star is like Yakuza. It was really good. And then they did a Fairy Tail game. It was a turn-based RPG. I don't like Fairy Tail, but it was different from the norm of the 3D arena brawler shit and the fighting game in general. Stop going for these 6 out of 10s, please.
I think that not the issue, but with the problem with Namco is even with the Dragon
Bandai, just say Bandai, yeah.
Bandai with the Dragon Ball thing, right? What's up with that Jump Force? To me, it's the cutscenes and the dialogue. You can't have these 3D things, and then you go back to this 3DS type thing.
Yep.
I think overall, and that's one thing I can give for us, Mortal Kombat or whatever the case may be, making things more modern. They have to step their game up. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a huge Tekken fan. But it has to become more modern. I think they kind of got used to the way of maybe taking $50,000 to make these games, making $50 million. I mean, they have to evolve. I mean, real talk. I mean, the same happened with the, those studios and because Japan had the crown forever on the PS2 days and stuff. And then what happened with the PS3? Everything became HD or the 360 HD, and they just kind of got left in the back. You know what I mean? Shout out to Capcom being able to revive themselves, and Capcom and Square Enix stay afloat, but the rest of them, they stuck back in like a hot tub time machine. But to the the Dragon Ball series, I'm not I wasn't really big into to the anime, but I like fighting games. I get it, but you go for, like I said, with Jump Force or the other one, these great looking graphics, and then you go to the city, you're walking around, it's like you're playing Pokemon or something on a 3DS. Like, that was this. I think that's the biscuit. I guess not because the fans are going to like it. They're going to like it, but a big disconnect with a bigger audience. You know what I mean? For the game to grow. You know what I mean? That's always the key. I mean, you can't just always appeal to your core. You know what I mean? I think it just, to me, in my opinion, needs to become more modern. Some people say they want to see them lose the license and go to someone else. And making it do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. To what you just said, and to the point you just made, I would even argue that had Street Fighter not been so big, in like their whole, competitive side. They lackluster as fuck cutscenes and all that shit. Remember, there was no story. The game came out.
Remember when 5 came out?
Yo, there was like online, 4 characters and shit.
No online, no story. And then when they added the story,
they had an arcade. They didn't have an arcade.
Yeah. That's the type of shit we talk about. You mentioned like you spending 50,000 to make 50 million. That's how I feel about the last 3 Hitman games. There's no. That's not a cutscene. A cutscene is not a still image that slowly moves like it's a documentary with text on the screen. That's not a cutscene.
Yeah, I agree with Ghost. I agree with Ghost from Third Strike. He says Street Fighter 5 would have died. The community definitely carried that game.
Of course.
The community carried the fuck out that game, dude, because most of those games, I feel like, damn, you're so like delayed. That's why like I really do like Mortal Kombat and and even Injustice.
Set the bar. That studio.
You know why?
Set the bar.
Yeah, but shout out to them. But see, even with that though, made it more commercially acceptable outside of what you call your core, with the diehard Mortal Kombat fans.
Yeah,
this is always the case with any game. For any game to grow and be successful, you have to appeal outside of that base to that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
And shout out, like I said, we know what Mortal Kombat will never did when they started adding the the movie adaptations, whether the Freddy Kruegers or the Jason,
Kratos, and all that. Terminator and shit.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Because they are signed to. Well, I think they broke up now, Warner Brothers, and all of. I'm not gonna get into that whole spiel thing there, but you know what I mean, making it to appeal to the Terminators. You understand what I'm saying? Or the John Rambos, using some of those classic movie IPs and add them to the game. And don't get me wrong, Mortal Kombat story shit. I don't know what the Devil Realm, this realm, what storyline. I don't know, but the fighting and all other stuff that's been second to none. You know what I mean? With the graphics, but you know what I mean. Like I said, I was reading some of the comments, and people said they want to see them maybe lose their licenses to go somewhere else.
That might have to happen. So my boy Xbox said Xenoverse 3 needs to be an original story about the created character you make, and the character needs to be voice acted. Like I agree with that. And I don't know a lot about DBZ like that, but I do know that on Xenoverse 1 and 2, I felt like I did the same exact story 2 times in a row. Literally, some of the cutscenes were the same, and some of the missions were exactly the same. And then I guess Kakarot, which I haven't played, which I'm going to play eventually, was like the same. Ricky, you said it was the same saga again.
Yo, it was not only was it the same saga, man. I remember I told you I worked with closely with Bandai. I had a community manager with me and everything. They were sending me stuff. They would let me know what's going on. He sent me this whole thing. I had to sign an NDA. It said Kakarot had a co-op story, and it was fully co-op and everything. And then all of a sudden, like about 5 months later, it hit me back. Hey, by the way, we're not issuing this. You can't say this. And they removed and scrapped the co-op. So I'm just like, so I said, okay, so let me see how this shit goes. The gameplay, it's messed up, but literally Dragon Ball Z, we talk about Pokemon having essentially the same story, just always add something different. Dragon Ball Z is sort of the same, bruh. Even from the Budokai days back in PS2, it's always the same shit. You always Goku holding Raditz and then Piccolo with the fucking beam, and it doesn't matter which iteration of Dragon Ball Z, and you kind of do the same thing even in Kakarot. So I'm like, at this point, you're doing the same story. You're just changing it from 2D to 3D to open world. I'm like, yo, son, do something else. Even if you go canon, uncanon, whatever the hell those mean, do something. If you want to go movie based and do a Broly movie game, and it's like some of it be fire, but at some point, son, where do you transition the story, and why the hell is that your focus when Dragon Ball Z Fighters ended up being really popular? Like, what happened to that community? I don't know. Shit was ass though.
Cutscenes on there too.
Y'all saying the game is heat, but I think y'all just like the spectacle of it all because who was it? Who made the CyberConnect? I forget. They make good cutscenes. And that's it. The gameplay was all right. The boss fights were cool. Like when they were doing like Raditz in Kakarot has the best double Sunday. I know some of y'all don't know what that is, but he has the best double Sunday ever seen in a DBZ game because of moments like that. But other than that, the game is bad. Y'all need to get over these cool fight scenes and cutscenes. And then Bandai was marketing like, oh, this is the most faithful adaptation in DBZ. No, it's not. If y'all remember, when 18 broke Vegeta arm, they broke the wrong arm in the cutscene. And then it was a whole moment skipped from the show. It was bad.
All right. Shout out to Rise Above, Ricky. They even brought Mira to Kakarot from Xena. Is what he just said. Let's jump to the next one. Who we got? We still got Ubisoft, Nintendo, and of course,
Ubisoft, yeah. Another
Microsoft.
You got some more donations on it. We got them all.
We got who? A donation?
Yeah, some more up top. I think.
That's my nephew. Game Sensei. Jada. Next gen said, "Let's go, bro. Xbox is dog shit, and the PS5 is true lore." Yeah, this guy, man. Shout out to Jada, man.
I ain't gonna lie, like the fighting and how advanced it's for Bandai, right? And just any company. Before we go to the next topic, it's like I don't understand how you have a game. Anime community is huge, and like y'all have not really innovated y'all fighting styles, anything different. Like even from I'll go to the T and just say whatever. When you blast a building, the shit still looks the same. I never feel like I'm playing a crazy upgrade from like playing years of a certain game. And it's like I'm not gonna give them a pass, but yeah, we shitting on other games that try to do the same thing. It's like, dude, we're talking about a cartoon drawn style type of game. And even if you want to go with the same story, son, I've played Kakarot. I put in hours into Kakarot, and to know that even fighting like them little AI and NPC creatures or whatever in the world, I'm like, dude, this shit is really ass, bro.
Somebody said would be mad they keep making the same story, tell Akira Toriyama to make a different story. But the thing is, they can make the developers can make a different story. They done it in the past. Yeah. And you probably didn't play old anime games, but Full Metal Alchemist had his own original story on PS2. Inuyasha had a turn-based game, own original story. They could do original stories, but they milk people like you over and over with the same game, and you eat it up, and it's not even that good. Like Xenoverse 2 was Xenoverse 1 should have been.
Pretty much. I know.
And then they're milking y'all for all that expensive DLC.
I thought I like 1, 2. I don't know, man. Some of the
2 had better mechanics. That's why I said that. I like 1 story better.
Yeah. Shout out to Taurus 11. Taurus SP11. Good to see y'all again. This E3 was buns besides a few things. I'm gonna definitely have to cop Elden Ring. Oh yeah, boy.
Shout out to Elden Ring. That looked good.
Elden Ring is like
about
Sekiro.
BF 2042 putting narrative in the multiplayer. Sounds promising.
Oh, we're about to get there. We're about to go there.
We're gonna get there. So yeah. So what was next? Ransom, who we jumping to?
Ubisoft.
Let's talk about it.
I actually seen their stuff after. I didn't see the actual conference, but I seen their stuff after. I just want to say, I ain't felt like this in a long time, since 2012 when it came to Far Cry. But that Far Cry 6 looks phenomenal. I'm not gonna lie.
That should look good.
They actually have the main character in the cutscenes being active. They usually never show the person you're using. So I like the new direction. They got Giancarlo Esposito over there, obviously, as the
you could be a villain too, right? You can play as a villain. Yeah, son. They got a lot. Yeah.
They picked a good setting. I'm actually excited for that game. I hope they don't hurt me. And there was a couple other games we looked at, but that was the big one for me anyway.
Far Cry?
Yeah, Far Cry 6.
I see. I guess I was reading here, but it's not the whole game. But I would like to see the game maybe go third person. The thing, I don't have a problem sometimes with first person, but if they can give you all these cool custom, for your character,
yeah,
I want to be able to see them. You know what I mean?
Preach.
That's always been an issue. We spoke about that before.
Yeah. So as far as I see that, as far as the Far Cry, I guess maybe even bringing the franchise as full circle. I would like to see a third person mode added throughout the game. You know what I mean? Not a PC mod, but then we actually play as third person. I think the game would be bigger than what it is. You know what I mean? I know some people just don't care for first person. You know what I mean?
I wouldn't say that's a bad idea.
It's the option.
You know what I mean?
At least your character talking again.
I really like that, and like she's like really like active. Like Jason Brody from 3 he talked a little bit, but he wasn't like in the game like that. And then your last character just basically didn't talk in like the last 2 games, bro. I hate some protagonists, but go ahead.
I said don't get your hopes up about Ubisoft because I already knew it wasn't gonna be much. Like we talked about the Splinter Cell earlier. They just don't want to give us Splinter Cell, even though we love Splinter Cell. What else they show? I don't remember all they show because I fell asleep.
Rainbow Six.
I remember.
Rainbow Six
Quarantine.
Yeah. I don't care about that. What surprised me from the showing was it got leaked because Nintendo Japan, but the Mario Rabbids game. It got a sequel, which I didn't think it sold well.
Never played it.
I mean, I didn't either, but that's cool because a lot of people liked it, but I thought it didn't sell well because they didn't say nothing. But if you like it, it's got a sequel. I think it's coming out this year, so that's cool. But overall, the conference was I forgot what other games.
I'll put something on because I want to ask you. I know Chase. Obviously, we always talk about this. So, question for both of y'all: y'all fuck with Ninja Turtles, right?
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
So Ubisoft did it again. They decide instead of giving us obviously Splinter Cell, which I already knew that was going to be an issue. They're not going to give us another Prince of Persia. They're not going to give us these types of shits like these.
You're not excited for the remake, man?
So the HD delayed edition, the one that looked crazy, that shit look like somebody added. Nah, man, you know what you just did, bro.
Give me a link. You talking about the old school looking one?
Trust me.
Yeah, the old school looking one.
You don't need a link, bro.
It looks bad, bro.
It
roasted so bad they delayed it.
It looks like a PS2 game again, and it was supposed to be a.
Yeah, I don't understand. See that I don't understand. You know what I mean? Because I liked it. What was the other? Who did that one? The side scroller beat 'em up. Who made that? Turtles in Time, whatever, 89.
Oh man,
yeah. So that's what I'm saying. That was my shit. So
but they had it on the 3. They bought it back on the 360.
I thought
they had
it wasn't that good though on the 360.
Like the
remake of it, whatever the case may be. But I would like to see one like that. You know.
Yeah, the PS2 GameCube era Ninja Turtles was good because I think the first one was side scroller beat 'em up too. Yeah. And then 2 and 3 evolved more. Those were good. But we haven't got a good Turtles game in a minute. And then you remember what happened to the last Turtles game that seemed like it's gonna be good. The co-op didn't work or whatever the situation was.
It was laggy as fuck. It was about Platinum Games and the shit was ass.
Yeah. I just think with games like that, in my opinion, the Turtles game, they try to take it into more of a story-driven third. You know, just leave it as a side scroller, beat them up, and just give us some better graphics. Yeah. And work on the netcode, in my opinion. You know what I mean? You can't go wrong with that. A Double Dragon, Streets of Rage type, beat 'em up Turtles game, in my opinion.
It got to be 4-player co-op.
It got to be like that, yeah.
4-player co-op.
Not couch co-op either, bro. I'm sick of that shit.
They did that to us with Streets of Rage, bro. We was going crazy. Like, it's about to have 3-player online or 4. No, it was 2. Yeah, limited to use 2 players, bro. No.
But you see what Ubisoft did was the reason why I mentioned is because I thought they were announcing Ninja Turtles. Them motherfuckers put the characters in Brawlhalla. And I said, come on, ain't nobody looking for that shit. I was looking for a Ninja Turtles game, and y'all throw them in Brawlhalla now. Whatever Brawlhalla community is actually quite big, quite large. I'm like, cool, whatever. That's with y'all. But I noticed, man, they started throwing these iconic characters in their games. It looks like a selling point. Yeah. It sounds crazy. The Crew. I don't know how y'all feel about the Crew. The shit was a huge disappointment when it came out during the time that it did. I thought it was gonna go crazy, but it didn't.
The card game,
Yeah, the card game. It wasn't for me.
They didn't have online multiplayer or co-op or whatever it was for 6 months. I remember that.
Now, do y'all remember back in the days, PlayStation 1 had a game called 2 Extreme?
I remember that game. I didn't have it. I had no money.
So they dropping a game called Riders Republic. And I mean, for whatever reason, that name itself it doesn't even sound appealing, to be honest with you. I don't even like nothing with the word Republic in it. This shit just down mad political. I don't fuck with it. But the game, it actually looked fucking crazy. And you know me, man, with their driving mechanics and all that, I don't really tune in. But when I seen Riders Republic and their whole thing, I said, bro, this game looks like amazing. It looked phenomenal, bro. Obviously,
I forgot.
It was the one where you snowboard, you bike ride. It looks so fun. The only thing, obviously, I know microtransactions. I know it might even lag. I know those things, but I was so focused on the gameplay, and I said, "Damn, this shit look good." We haven't got an SSX back. I thought they were going to drop that one day. EA slacking. It looked really good. Then they showed. Obviously, Watch Dogs Legion got this mafia zombie whatever mode they're doing. It was part of their pre-show. I'm not a fan of Watch Dogs like that. I'm gonna give up on that franchise. Shit is just not for me. And an Avatar.
There is a side-scrolling Ninja Turtles game because we talked about it a month ago or 2 months ago. It's called Shredder's Revenge. It comes out this year. There's not a solid release date, but it's going to be on all the platforms, including the Switch and the PC too. So don't forget that they did announce basically a classic style Turtles game. We don't know what it's going to be, but it is coming out.
Chad, I just want you to know I'm suffering for y'all, so y'all won't have to hear my factory fan, but I'm cooking.
Oh, what you making?
Ooh, facts.
No, it's hot as fuck.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
So next
Nah,
gen,
but if
earlier
you-
I forgot this question. Somebody had asked.
Oh, Chase, hold up.
Yeah.
Before you move on to that, forgot Ubisoft. They making what was it? Avatar game, the Blue People.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
I didn't.
Cutscenes look, the CGI look phenomenal.
I need
bro.
to.
I don't know what's
I need
gonna
to
happen.
see. I need to see more.
it's a first person.
It's first person.
It's first person.
Yeah, Avatar.
Man, I don't care about Avatar. I tried to watch the movie like 10 times. I can't finish it. It's so
Shit like 5
boring.
hours long, bro.
There's
It's
3 sequels.
overrated.
There's 3 sequels coming, so enjoy that.
I don't care about the game. They probably gonna make you climb a tree to reveal the map. I don't care.
I mean, they announced it like 3 years ago, so we knew it was coming. We just didn't know when. And now maybe they'll show Skull and Bones one fucking day too. Jesus Christmas.
They pushed that back and went back to the drawing boards or something.
Okay.
Yeah, because that got delayed to 2022 and something else.
Yeah.
Okay. Here was the question. Somebody said, "What's one game that everybody loves and you hate?" No judgment zone. We've already answered this question, so I'm gonna leave it up to you.
Yeah, we do this shit like every week.
You said, what's one game that I love that everybody hates?
No, the other way around. Everybody else loves, but you hate it.
Shit, Smash Brothers.
Wow. Okay.
Mario Kart. Shit,
Oh.
You know what? God damn, that shit hurt right there.
Zelda
I ain't mad.
They got my man linked like Lisa Simpson, man. This shit trash. I can't get with the Nintendo shit, man. This shit trash.
So y'all already know. Y'all just from that context.
Yeah.
I think it's only right that we jump to what, Nintendo? Should we do that next?
Oh, we could.
Alright.
Let's do Nintendo and then let's do Bethesda. That was it, right?
It was basically Bethesda.
Bethesda have a show, but Bethesda
It was Xbox.
Microsoft or Xbox. But shit,
Yeah,
it's
it was a
all
Microsoft
now.
Bethesda.
It's all
conference.
Microsoft now. Shit, fuck it. But let's do Nintendo and then we gonna do Microsoft, and I'm gonna let you out of here. You probably got some things you gotta do this evening.
That's cool, brother.
All right. Nintendo. We gonna actually, I'm gonna let you go last because I know.
Okay, no problem.
I know it's coming.
Yeah, pardon me. No problem.
The Nintendo show. I thought the Nintendo show was decent because I know what I'm going to get from them. I think what happens is a lot of us super adult gamers watch Nintendo shows looking for like, Last of Us style mocap and what I'm saying,
bro.
all the action. You're never going to get that from them ever. Like never ever. So when I go there, I know this. I ain't gonna lie. I thought the Metroid looked alright. Then I realized that looks like a Kickstarter game. As far
No,
as,
hold on. No. Say, yo. When I gave my opinion on that, you was like, what do you expect? The Last of Us? And I said, bro, it's not my fault, bro.
Damn, you won't even let me admit to my wrong in this motherfucker.
So I want an apology from that, bro.
I was about to apologize, bro, but you ain't even let me.
All right, man, go ahead, yo.
You know what I'm saying? After further evaluation, Ricky, you was correct. Like, I looked at it again, and I'm like, I mean, I've played Metroid games, right? Like, we grew up on Nintendo, so obviously I played Metroid. And I'm looking at that, and I literally was like, yo, this feels like a $2 million Mighty Number 9 situation, bro. It wasn't it, brother.
I was hoping that it was the stream, because, this E3 shit was so ghetto that, we waited for the good quality, but, like, their streams were, like, in like low resolution, so I'm like, all right, I'm gonna wait to the conference and go back on the channel and rewatch. And I'm like, nah, bro, people been waiting for a Metroid, but this shit
they could have did better. Breath of the Wild.
It looks like a 3DS game. I think they just did it to like satisfy our hunger a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't played Metroid, so anything Metroid cool with me. I mean, I'll wait for the price drop because I'm not paying $60 for a 3DS game. But I knew Metroid Prime 4 wasn't coming because it barely got their development restarted not that long ago.
Breath of the Wild 1, I really love the game, so I expect 2 to be a great game. A lot of people are saying the graphics look the same, and I ain't gonna lie, brother, it's been 4 years. Them hoes do look the same. What else? Hold on, what else did they have?
Wait, they showed Breath of the Wild 2?
Yeah, at the end.
At the end.
That was Breath of the Wild 2?
Yeah.
Well,
I thought that was just. Somebody told me that was just something else. Like another. Fuck?
No, they did show.
Oh, okay.
They show Skyward Sword HD, Mr. Game & Watch, Legend of Zelda.
I like Breath of the Wild too, by the way.
Shin Megami Tensei. Which one is this? 5?
5. Yes, I'm excited for that.
This looks good. This is coming from, you know, because I'm a new to the Persona fan base, so I thought this was cool. I don't know what else did they have.
They show a lot of stuff coming out. They announced a WarioWare coming back.
That was dope and co-op.
It was, but I seen it. I could not help but laugh and smile to myself when he was squeezing a tube of toothpaste, bro. I couldn't wait to see what some of the adults would say about it. That was hilarious.
That's just like a silly game you play with the homie. It's a lot of people been asking for it forever, so that's crazy they did that.
100
they
stages.
Talked about Mario Golf.
Mario Golf. 100.
Yeah, they talked about new Mario Party classic stages. It's coming out this year. All these games are coming out this year except Breath of the Wild 2.
That's what I like. Let me say that. I'm glad you said that. That was one of the reasons why I actually liked the conference. Above all else, all the games they showed was coming out either this year or very soon, like early 2022 type thing. Like they didn't show anything that was like super far off what I thought. I did want to see some of that open world Pokemon. I did want to see some Splatoon 3 stuff. They wasn't ready to show. Nintendo don't really show stuff unless they really
character from Tekken is in Smash Brothers.
Yeah, Kazuya Mishima. He was in revealed for Smash. Oh yeah, shout out to somebody in the chat. They said I forgot to mention the new Mario Party. It is coming with online, so we don't have to get on Nintendo.
Yeah,
so there's a new one dropping.
It's basically with a bunch of old maps.
Okay,
and
it's 100 of them.
The good maps.
It's
the good maps.
Yeah. So. Anyway, I thought it was decent.
I knew what to expect. Like I'll just be brief. Like I knew what to expect. I wasn't like it wasn't dog shit to me because we're talking about Nintendo. I actually thought this was better than most of their previous year's Treehouse bullshit.
Yep.
Like this should be ass. So but the thing was I was hoping to see more like the unupdated version of Pokemon, like see where they're at with it. I wanted to see I don't know why my crazy ass thought that they were gonna drop another Mario Kart or something like that, or just, you know, or like you guys said, another game that we was looking forward to or whatever on Nintendo. But I didn't expect them to drop anything else other than like what we saw. So it was okay, but compared to the previous Treehouses, dog shit. Like that dog shit in the past. This was better than most of them.
I think it was okay too, but my issue with it was they said it was going to focus on 2021 games, which they did, but then they showed Breath of the Wild 2. I get it. It's one of their most popular franchises, but I want to see Bayonetta 3. We've been waiting for a while. I think that got announced like when the Switch got revealed, so it's been a minute. And we didn't get to see that. I forgot there was one other game I wanted to see, but I don't remember. But yeah, it was just okay to me. Like it's some games I want from there. They announced Super Monkey Ball Collection too. I'm not a fan of that, but I know a lot of people are. Shout out to Berlizzi. He went crazy over that announcement. But yeah, it was. I'll give it a C+.
Next gen, the floor is yours.
Pardon me, huh? Cameron, give me the back. Bro, listen, man. Listen, I'm gonna try to be non-biased. Fuck, this shit was trash, man. I'm sorry, bro. Listen, I can't. Listen, I have a famous saying, a quote that Nintendo's grown. I've grown up with Nintendo. Nintendo has grown up with me. It's like the same thing. Rinses and repeat. You know what I mean? I missed the days of Nintendo going out there competing. You know what I mean? What I mean by that, you know, they now, you know, they got some of the shittiest hardwares and showbiz, but they used to, you know, with the Nintendo 64 or with the game, even with the GameCube. You know what I mean? Most people don't know the Wii was supposed to be an actual attachment to the GameCube. You know what I mean? And I don't, bro. Listen, riddle me this: if Sony or Microsoft were to go out there and do the same thing Nintendo did, you know what I mean, imagine giving you The Last of Us or God of War with no voice acting. It's like the mother from goddamn Charlie. Like, yo, this shit is bad, bro. Like, I don't know. I just, man, I would love to have a mature Zelda type game. You know what I mean? Like something like I just don't understand because I play this. Nintendo, they're doing what they do. They got their thing on Smash as far as they chose. Even they said their games are toys. Even they were saying, I watch one guy here now. Their games are toys, and with the art style is more to children and to the child at heart. Fuck it, right? But you know they're coming out with a more powerful Switch. I think maybe it's the most, I guess, the worst kept secret in the world. But I just would like to see something from, you know what I mean? Because they had it on the GameCube. Whether it was what's that goddamn game? They had the horror game. It was a launch game. I bought it for the GameCube. Eternal Darkness. You know what I mean? Something.
Oh shit.
You know what I mean? It's not like they can't do it or they won't do it. They just, man, refuse. They doing the same goddamn two-step like the uncle, the drunk with the goddamn family cookout here goddamn year, man. I don't know. Let's look, fuck that. Call spade a spade here, right? Could you imagine if this was anybody else? Anybody? Why do we have such high standards for Stadia, right? This is shit is Stadia dogs and that, or anybody. When it comes to them, they get a goddamn pass. Like I don't understand it, man. Like this shit is like, bro, it's 2020, about to be fucking 22 pretty soon. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, bro. I can give a rat's ass about Mario Kart 9 or none of that shit, bro. That shit is just, man, Jesus, unseasoned chicken. Like we say potato sauce with raisins in it. All lives matter right now. Trash. That shit is just trash. Straight like that.
Yo.
he said it's unseasoned chicken.
Yo,
Yeah.
It's crazy. Cause I want a Donkey Kong World. We ain't had one since like 97.
We ain't getting it.
98.
Yeah.
I get it.
Right. And I remember this is like 4 years ago. I said Nintendo should add voice acting. Some people in the chat got on me like, oh my God, we don't need that. I didn't say you needed anything, God damn it. But like, how would you turn down if they got and get some good voice actors? That could be something you love, but dudes, people really don't want shit to change at all. And it's crazy because they have cartoons.
They don't want you give it to them.
They have
You know what I mean?
cartoons where the characters are talking. Matter of fact, I'm gonna do the chat a favor. This is hilarious. I'm gonna play the Donkey Kong song from this cartoon, bro. This is hilarious.
I be posting in Discord all the time.
They got Donkey Kong fucking singing, bro.
I used to watch that as a kid. It came on ABC Family.
I'm about to play it so y'all can hear it, chat. We'll be back in, how long is this? Like a minute.
Is that the one where he?
I don't know what's happening to me. I'm getting all the blame for things I didn't do. Can anybody tell me just what I did wrong? I'm all alone and I'm so confused. I don't know what everyone wants me to be. I only know just how to be me. Once I was the ape of the hour, they think I'm a coward, an absolute zero. I'm nobody's hero, an absolute zero. I'm nobody's hero. I'm nobody's hero.
So chat, they could have Donkey Kong singing them nobody's hero. But we asked for some voice acting and then we get told that
Well, how about to change it up a little bit? What about listen, I know most of they biggest probably about 40 some odd plus years goddamn years old. I get it. You know, Nintendo got me into gaming. But you know, man, jeez. Like bro, it's a fucking leap. It's a toy. Like, bro. Look, I'll play this real talk. Shit, let's be honest here, right? I would hate to question anyone's integrity. Could you imagine if Nintendo was the only one still in gaming? Could you imagine? There was no PlayStation, no Xbox, no nothing.
You don't think
Just
we would
Nintendo.
still be playing?
I know I wouldn't.
No,
No.
I'll be done.
Y'all be done.
I told
That says it
people
all.
if
That
they
says it all.
don't make a Switch Pro or whatever the next Nintendo console that comes out and it's not like
It won't be.
it's not like high tech, I'm not buying another console. I'm
It
done
won't
with
be,
it.
but I'm just saying, listen. I need a cell phone to do voice chat, like that. Like this, like again, like it's not asking them to invent the wheel. You know what I mean? Like, you know, at the end of the day. So I don't get it. Like I said, imagine if Nintendo was the only one still making game. Well, you know, I wouldn't. I listen. On my Mima, on my ancestors, right? I would not be playing games anymore. No God of Wars, no fucking, Last of Us 2. Like, gaming has evolved in so much. It's like, it's sad to see they just so far stuck behind the curve. Like, my daughter, she loves Nintendo. That's her shit. You know what I mean? Cool. At one time, my son liked Nintendo, but then he outgrew it. You know what I mean? I don't know. I can't get with it. I'm not knocking those that like it. And shout out to you. I just, man, I'm not doing it.
I can't get my nephew to touch a Nintendo. I bought him a 3DS. He's in love with the 3DS. Now, you know, he with the rest of the kids. He 11 now. Fortnite, Apex, Rainbow Six, Warzone. Yeah. He will not. Matter of fact, I think he told me that the Nintendo was for kids. I'm like, God damn, you 11. And he felt like that. So
yeah, I know. Listen, it's crazy. They the handheld. I mean, it's smart. They do what they do best. The handheld thing, they got that on Smash. The whole, I get it with the Switch thing, but why not get all the pie? You're leaving so much more money on the table. I mean,
think so.
you know.
Yeah.
I'm not coming from a day when you couldn't afford to have multiple. You did pick. I mean, I had them both. You know what I mean? But I'm just saying, you know, either you had the Genesis or you had the Super Nintendo, and you was cool with either one. Listen, for those of you Nintendo, say I'm bugging, right? Somebody go slip bleach, right? Imagine if you only had Nintendo. You know what I mean? That's it.
And I'm gonna slip bleach.
Yeah. I mean, come on. I understand. You know what I mean? You might like the Marios. I'm not knocking those, but imagine you couldn't get no Far Cry 6, none of the other shit there. You know what I mean? No Grand Theft Autos. No 2Ks, really. You know what I mean? Like whatever.
I never thought about it that way. I mean, you also wouldn't be missing it because you never had it, so you'd pretty much be used to.
Listen. Me on Alternative Universe, it was something in my soul. Deja vu. What are you doing? Get your. I couldn't do it, bro. Listen. I always shared this old woman. I was a gamer. Gaming has moved. Like gaming is not as, like you said, these niche hobbies it used to be.
Yeah.
You know, some Front of Time magazine and all that slick shit there. I will hide the fact that I was a gamer. It was like collecting Pokemon cards at this point. Like, no, come on. What are we doing here? No. No.
We're gonna move on to the Microsoft conference. Shout out to Spotty. Just by the way it looks, Atomic Heart can possibly be a console seller for Xbox. The game looks phenomenal. They showed a lot of phenomenal shit.
They did. That. I get credit where credit's due.
Grizzly Glizzy. What's the link to your OnlyFans?
Oh man.
You know what I'm saying? Wow. Tim Molina, you gonna play Mass Effect or Transformers? I'm gonna play Mass Effect. You know what I'm saying? Probably. I'll be streaming in the Discord a little bit here and there. I'll probably play that in there. I don't know if I'm doing any like YouTube or streams or series on that. That shit's so goddamn long. There's 3 of them hoes, bro. After the Assassin's Creed Valhalla 6 month to finish thing, I need to chill out. You know what I'm saying? With committing to something like that too early.
I heard that was a long ass game,
bro. I ain't got 150 hours, bro.
That's what the side missions. I don't need a long. That's bro. We can talk about. I don't need a long ass. It's too much.
Yeah.
Chase about to take 6 months to finish SpongeBob.
Yeah, I might. You know what I'm saying? Firestorm.
God damn.
Need that Donkey Kong episode. Anime games ain't been the same since Naruto's Ninja Storm. All right. Real quick, that E3 boxing game. Have y'all seen? Matter of fact,
yeah, I was in the beta. I mean, my lazy. Yeah,
bro. You seen that they had 250 licensed boxers, the biggest roster in boxing history. And we knew EA was about that bullshit because they kept giving us UFC games and no fight night.
I think the fighters contract was and it was cheaper for them. They get all the fighters.
Exactly. So you know. Yeah. So for anybody who's not been here and have heard us talk about this before, when you sign with the UFC brand, you're committed to whatever products they put out. So whoever's under the UFC umbrella is in the UFC game. When it comes to boxing, you have to get individual licenses for each boxer. So EA didn't want to do that. We thinking, oh shit, man, it's too expensive. They'll never do it. But a game that's basically a smaller studio with a smaller budget has 250 boxers, and it ain't just people you don't know. They have legends.
All licensed. They're all licensed, man.
So let me see. It's called what? E3.
It's called
ESBC boxing. Wait, you haven't seen it yet?
World Boxing something.
Esports Boxing Club. Sorry, I'm trying to find a roster, bro. Because we had.
They got everybody. Gotti, Cotto, Canelo.
Bro.
Everybody was Floyd, but they.
EA had us. EA had us believing like as if they had this was like a contract, like they're not allowed to use names and likenesses. Hell no, these dudes threw money to get Canelo and all these other guys.
Let me do a favor. Let me show them if I can.
Well, I think it's probably maybe to deal with where they can't do a boxing something. I'm just giving them the benefit of the doubt.
Bro.
You know what I mean?
Well, look at it like this. Look at
the people on here. They got people Fight Night never even had in their game.
I need the link to that because I need to show the stream that when I go live tomorrow for that. Like I need they got
Lomachenko, Bradley. I forgot.
Sugar Ray Robinson, Sugar Ray
they
Leonard.
got both
John
Sugar
Mel
Rays
Marquez.
on here. They got Roy Jones on here, Floyd Patterson, Tim
Yeah.
Bradley. I mean, they have like
Alright,
all
so,
these people.
They even brought the
Time.
women boxing here, which is so
200
fucking lit.
If, look at all. You don't have all these. If you total all the fighters from Fight Night, you wouldn't have all these.
Dude, they
people.
even got trainers in here, bro.
Yes. Look at all
Yeah.
these. This is see, and when we sit on these podcasts and stuff, and we talk about, you know, like
Donald Jack.
cheap business and stuff from EA and these other companies, y'all be thinking we
Oh,
bugging.
yeah, Forte, David Alley.
They got more fighters. This is just what they gonna have at launch. They got both
Yeah.
Klitschko's on here. Julio Cesar
Yeah.
Chavez.
Oh, they got the Klitschko's?
I think he
Frankie
won
Camacho.
95 fights in a row or some crazy shit, bro. Like they have this, they have a ginormous roster of fighters. This was something that they had a small E3
Yeah, chilling.
segment. So, you know, some people might be interested in that. So we're all waiting on that. I'm gonna support it regardless. Maybe
Yeah, I am too.
I don't give a shit. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, yo, one thing I already went into this. Once I heard about this was like, all right, small studio. It's gonna probably be lacking in certain areas. But then when I seen the roster, and now I see like, yo, there's always room for progress. See, one thing I realized, we haven't seen a Fight Night since when? Like what, 10 years, 11 years?
Yeah, Champions. It's Champions.
we
Champions
talking
was really
maybe
good.
2009 at the latest. Probably 2010-ish?
No, might be 9.
Yeah.
Might be 9.
So having this studio
9
come
or
in and gathering up that many fighters, so they looked at
2011.
Oh, 11?
2011. 10 years. 10
Okay.
years, bro.
all right. So look, to gather up that roster of people, so you know they must have did something in the works to get this roster,
You know
right?
what's crazy though? A lot of these fighters they fight for free because they want a fight night.
Right.
Everybody been asking, you know, not ridiculous type money, but you know what I mean. Of course, you know what I mean. Like I said, I'm just maybe giving EA the benefit of the doubt because the exclusive deal they have with the UFC and putting it with a combat sports game. Besides there, you know what I mean.
Could be.
I go. You know what I mean. Maybe that's why, but I'm hoping this game. Well, outside of them having the fighters, I hope the gameplay. You know what I mean, because people. I hope they can at least be on par. If it was on par with Championship, Fight Night Champion, cool. You know what I mean?
Yo,
outside of them having a million fighters, you know, of course the gameplay, you know,
Yeah, I get you.
important. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But not too stiff. Like your boxing is funny. You got to be a little fluid. Even with it was crazy. EA made the fight night thing, but even the stand-up mode in UFC 4 felt stiff. You know, boxing, your punches got to be
UFC
fluid.
4 is so, and I love UFC, man.
I'm talking about just the stand-up.
Stand up, the boxing mode basically.
Yeah.
It wasn't good either.
Yeah, it wasn't. It's very stiff, but I'm hoping, like I said, the gameplay. Okay. I mean, them having cause all these fighters, that's a plus. You know what I mean? Just a bonus. But
and here's the thing too. So I know this for a fact. Me and Trey, when we was over at EA, they confirmed to us like they're not even doing like exclusive contracts with people because like I don't know, EA be making so much money, but they also have this tendency where they're also cheap at the same time. So whatever deal they might have had with Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury, I don't even think it was an exclusive like you can't be in nobody else's game. I think they just paid them as far as like trying to get some sales up because I only know of Madden with them having like that hard deal with them to where they can't, nobody else could use the names and shit. Like you said, 2K may make a football game, but it's not using names. But when we spoke to them, we asked them, how come y'all won't put out another boxing game? And some of the devs that was actually working on Live and all these other games that used to work on Fight Night said, you know, a lot of these individual boxing companies is not like Dana White. You know, you got to go through all these teams, like you were saying before. Mm-hmm. So, you know, Team Money Mayweather, whatever, and De La Hoya's team, they want more money. But then I look back at it and I'm like, well, now I'm questioning it because they got 200 fighters and a lot of these guys aren't just shitty fighters. These dudes are fucking legends. Like you got people, Canelo, like, come on now. So it's like you got some modern day fighters. They're trying to get Ryan Garcia. They're trying to get a lot of these dudes. And I'm like, EA really fucking cheap. Like, yo, this shit is really a thing.
Yeah.
I know Floyd Mayweather was trying to come out with a boxing game.
Yeah, it's like a VR or some type of game or whatever.
I don't know, but
they got fucking Ali.
Before it gets too late, Battlefield. I thought Battlefield looked gorgeous.
Yes, Battlefield always looks gorgeous.
I love Battlefield.
But I'm happy because it's modern, bro. I was not messing with the World War II. games.
Battlefield 5 was crack, bro.
I didn't like it because I really don't like that era. There's all the customization.
You know, well, here's the thing. I guess, I'm sorry not to cut you off.
No, you
But Battlefield 5, look, sound like a noob, right? I never really cared for Battlefield because that, man, like an hour to complete it. No, I didn't know about the straight TDM. I ain't with all that hiding up in tanks flying. Meet me in the middle of the map. Let's go crazy.
That's what I like.
Like I just do TDM. I don't do that hiding in tanks. It's TDM. Team deathmatch. But of course, you got what they do with dice with the frostbite. You got the weather effects and everything. But the sound, like, you can actually tell where the bullets, if they're behind you, they're in front of you. It's not like they're on duty. You know what I mean?
Right.
When you see on duty, and my man was explaining about the servers. You know, in not 60 hertz servers, whatever the case. As soon as you see that flashlight, boom, no duty, boom, you did. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Battlefield, you see the light, you can duck behind the box, you can maneuver each other, out snipe the sniper. You know what I mean? But gameplay wise, like I said, you know what I mean? For those that, you know, it really didn't bother me. For those that, you know, want it to be modern, looks I guess it was best thing shown at E3. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Will it outdo duty? Probably not. You know, that'll, you know what I mean? But again, you know, I hope it's
the gameplay.
No, they said it every year.
No, I didn't say that when the last.
Not you. But I'm just saying that people always.
No, you're right.
I prefer.
They're doing World War II again, though. Call of Duty's going World War II again. So Battlefield's
that
modern.
Might be a saving grace. You know what I mean?
They might have something.
People don't like the learning curve of Battlefield.
They don't like the learning curve of shit. That's why they like Zens and all that.
I was one of those back in the days, and then I went back and played Battlefield Bad Company 2 and was like, you know, this could be cool. Then Battlefield 3 whooped my ass. I cannot lie. Man, Battlefield 3 was like taking me to boot camp.
I was getting
ain't no hiding in no buildings. I'm gonna bring that building down.
Oh, they were telling me get the fuck off the lobby if I didn't play my medic role right. I said, God damn. I was like,
we got used to that. Call of Duty, you one man army, you go in there crazy, carry the whole team. Battlefield, you gotta work. Like, and you got the bullet drop and all. So from that standpoint, it's always been superior to COD. It was just that era really, you're stuck with what you can do weapon wise and you know, stuff like that. So I prefer Battlefield 4. I really like Battlefield 4. So if we can go back to that where I can have
access in the future now, so it's even priority. You know what I mean? Don't get too cheesy with it. You know what I mean? Flying in space, shooting this that weird shit. But
so you know, I'm looking forward to that, but I'll be grabbing that. Ransom, what you just think about the new Battlefield?
It looks nice. I'm not paying $70 for it though.
What?
He does that. He does that. He does that. All right. Now for the
I guess there's no campaign, right?
There's no campaign.
They got a new mode, no campaign.
I told you, I'm going straight online.
Yeah, I play the campaign, but I do it for you.
Listen, I'll say this. I'll say this. For these third parties, you can't justify increasing the price when you releasing it on last gen too. So
I think, is it 60 on the box? I think maybe 60 on the Xbox. I don't know.
It's 60 on last gen. It's 70 on current gen.
The only thing I'm bummed out about is it still only got 4 people in the squad because you could tell in the gameplay. And I'm like, damn, bro, like, you know, we got this massive 128 players, like
at least 6 people.
6 people at least. And then no cross play.
6 to 9 players, bro.
No, they didn't announce that yet. That's my only bummer to that.
They stated it. They made a statement, bro. On I think it was on Twitter. No cross play at launch. Like, they're gonna work on that because the last gen versions, that kind of confirmed too. Last gen versions, y'all. I'm not gonna lie, y'all might have to deal with a lot. Like, we knew downgrades, but I feel like y'all might suffer with a lot of issues.
Yeah. Oh, one more thing. Then we gonna talk about Microsoft. Elden Ring. I know people have been waiting on that game. Like, it's crazy. Like, I feel like after Sekiro, there's a whole bunch of new Souls-like game fans, bro. And I ain't never seen this many people excited for, a game as hard as these kind of games are. That Elden Ring, bro. Like, you gotta remember, I mean, I know the Game Awards ain't everything, obviously, but they, that one most anticipated, game last year, so that told me a lot right there. I seen the release, and it's supposed to be how many players if you want to do co-op online?
4, I think.
4.
Like, that's, I mean, that looked like that game is going to be solid. We'll see, but I really like what I saw. I'm at a place now where, like, when a new trailer for a game comes out, I watch that. When the first gameplay comes out, I watch that, and then after that, I usually don't watch anything else because I want to be excited. when the game comes out. I know it's just me, but I'm not really always interested in watching 32 minutes of gameplay from a game that's coming out 6 months later. Like I really want to have it be like a fresh experience and not know that this shit was even in the game. So I'm not probably going to watch anything else from that game. I'm not going to watch any gameplay. I might watch one gameplay and that's probably be it for me. So other than that, shit look dope. Let's talk about this Microsoft conference, bro, before it gets too late. We gotta get up out of here. I just want to say for the record, Microsoft, this was one of the best conferences. I can't remember the last time they had a conference that was better than this. And I'm gonna say something because people are like, well, there wasn't a lot of gameplay. I'm not saying this for gameplay. I was impressed with the direction that you're seeing them go to. This was like, there's some assurance for the Xbox fans out there that you know they're headed in the right direction. There was not any of that last gen. A lot of people was holding on to false hope and all that stuff, and y'all spent the whole generation waiting on stuff that basically never came. And I think this time around, at least for this first E3, like we seen the lineup, like, and I was fucking impressed with the Halo. Here's another thing. People need to hold themselves accountable, bro. Last year, that Halo trailer, the graphics was so ass on that shit. It was terrible. And dudes like, oh my God, it looks amazing. No. The new trailer, the new graphics, the way they updated, that looks really good. They did their thing with that. I'm glad they delayed it now because that's what game delays are supposed to look like. Not Cyberpunk, not Fallout 76 and shit like that. New like game delays are supposed to look like Halo look. You could tell they worked on it. Like the multiplayer is going to be free to play. I thought that was excellent. But the Bethesda acquisition, like you really get to see, at least for the first probably year or two, how big that was. Because if they don't have the acquisition, then we're back to the place we were the last few years. When they plug Bethesda in there, now you get Starfield. We don't know much about the game, so obviously I have to wait to see what that is. You had that game called Redfall at the end. Now I never get excited for CG trailers, but it looked, the voice acting, the chemistry between the actors was really good. The whole setup, the formula looks good. It looks like it's gonna be a good game. You had that, and then you had a couple other stuff. Then even out of that whole lineup, 27 out of the 30 games is gonna be on Game Pass. And then it had some of the other smaller games. I really liked. It was nice to see a well-rounded presentation from them, where you seen the bigger games and you see some indie games, and then they had some Japanese stuff by showing that the whole Yakuza library is coming. We've been shitting on Sea of Thieves for years because I thought that game was absolute garbage because it was empty, at least when we played it. I'm sure the content was added after. But even the Jack Sparrow Sea of Thieves presentation, I thought that was good. Interesting. And I was like, yo, we was like, yo, you gonna download it again? Like, I'm gonna try it out again. I thought that looked good. Beyond that, y'all know I like indie games. They had that game called 12 Minutes. I don't think it's an exclusive, but I just like that they showed that had Willem Dafoe and James McAvoy. We don't know what the game is. They had Shredder Snowboarding. That looks fun. They had I don't like Among Us, but they had an announcement with 15 players. So and the Stalker game, I thought that looked cool. Like overall, I didn't really see too much that I was like, yo, this is absolute trash. There was a couple things that was hit or miss. But
they announced Forza, Plague 2,
bro,
I think.
I forget. How could I forget that Forza? Oh,
Stalker 2. Stalker 2.
The Forza look fucking amazing, bro. The skies, like they said they captured the weather effects and stuff in 12K. And a lot of times, because how they be, yo, you can game in 4K for $400. That's just bullshit. It don't be like real 4K most of the time. But when they said that, I was like, that's bullshit. And then they showed the sky, but then they went down and it was actual gameplay. So that shit is, bro. Microsoft, they're doing a good job. I mean, I can't ignore their improvement as far as what they're trying to do. And everybody who said exclusives didn't matter, I don't want to hear y'all getting excited now because y'all be about that bullshit, bro. Y'all spent all that time saying exclusives didn't matter. Now you're excited for exclusive. For the people who were waiting, you should be very happy because they did. I thought they did a good job. I'm still Sony's full of shit for not showing anything. But overall, bro, they did a good job. Somebody have to tell me what year they thought the conference was better because I don't. There's none in recent memory for me.
This was probably Microsoft's, and I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I think Bethesda also kind of adding in their games and like
Oh,
letting
they
it
did.
be known.
That's a
Yeah,
carry,
letting them know.
right? That's a soft
Yeah,
carry.
it was
right
it was
now.
it was
Until
it was a
later.
carry.
Until later. When the
Yeah, because and it's on the 17th. I think tomorrow. Sorry, tomorrow Microsoft got more to show. They said it's an extended conference. But Outer Worlds 2, you had several games that were shown, and I'm
exclusive. Because we don't know. That's not important. That's not important. Go ahead.
I know Flight Simulator added multiplayer.
I didn't know that was multiplayer.
Yeah, with multiple people flying at once, you know, and it's just like when I seen the direction that they went with this one, and I seen that Bethesda, they secured like 2 IPs for their console. They said these are actually exclusive,
right away.
And then they showed the ones that are console launch exclusive. I was like, I ain't gonna lie, it's crazy how we was at first saying, but guys, like they acquired Bethesda out of all companies, like Bethesda, but like I'm not gonna hold you. These games that they're dropping look fucking dope though.
Give me 1 second. Say So says that's not a carry. They bought them. It is though. I mean,
all right. So whatever.
It's not an insult, bro.
It's not an insult at all.
Yeah, because if the conferences were separated, it wouldn't have been that good.
That's the biggest. That's their most productive.
It is
studio.
what it is.
That's the project.
It doesn't matter if they bought them or not. It's the same thing with Sony and Insomniac.
Yeah, I could say right. You could say Naughty Dog and Insomniac. It's not an insult. They're part of the brand. I'm just saying that acquisition was a big deal, and it got them on got them rolling early. I'm sorry, Ricky, you were talking. Go ahead and finish.
No, what I was saying was like, it was certainly a carry, but that's no different than like you stack up a basketball team. Like that was the purpose. So like they did their job. They showed up. I believe Bethesda really, showed like shit, and it again, we made our comments like, but it was Bethesda. It's not like they're buying this company. And Bethesda showed up with like at least 3 IPs that I was like, fuck, like, this ain't Deathloop, this ain't that. But these 3 games look like they got potential. Like, fuck, they might go crazy with it. They got one of the studios I kind of like, which is Arcane Studios. They work on Dishonored. I like Dishonored a lot. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. One of my childhood games was Halo. So when they said Halo multiplayer is free, the campaign is coming. I don't think the campaign is gonna have co-op because the direction they're probably going. But I ain't gonna hold you, man. Boy got a little emotional. I caught goosebumps seeing Master Chief, and the whole music, that whole shit right there brought me back to my young years, yo. And I was like, when is it dropping? They said this year. I don't think they said an actual date. If I'm not, no, right? But they said this holiday season.
Yeah, they said this holiday.
But like, Halo, and then I seen the gameplay. I didn't see people wilding out, running and doing crazy double jumping like Halo 5 Guardians bullshit. And I was just like, look, bring it, bro. Like, bring it. Like, I want Halo, bro. Like, I know I'm more of a PlayStation guy. But that don't mean I was never dabbling. Like I need gears to turn it up, and I need Forza's gonna be my day one. That shit look fucking excellent. I love Forza. Gran Turismo went to shit in my opinion when they started promoting watches and shit on their main home menu of their game. Like, what the fuck you doing? It's a racing game. And I just think Microsoft had a solid smooth. It wasn't all over the place. I think they kind of held it down. Like I think they did what they had to do.
Michael.
Yes, sir.
Okay, well, with the Microsoft event, I think it came on great with the pacing. My issue with Microsoft shows for years, they show the games and you get these motherfuckers on stage talking about what it meant to his grandfather and shit. I like the pacing. He went from, it's one thing I think Sony do, they show the game. You can do the talking after the show and or the pre-show. So I give him, like I said, I like the pacing of the new show. All right. I didn't see Major Nelson old ass up there with the white gloves and all crazy and shit. I give him that. But to me, it came up high. Then it took a little dip with some of the tinky winky games that they were showing. There's a lot of things though I want to see that they didn't show this year. They showed us with a Valve last year. Of course, we know Fable's coming, one of my favorite franchises.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see anything from Hellblade 2. You know what I mean?
I just realized that. You're right.
They got Perfect Dark. They got State of Decay 3. And Indiana Jones. So, I mean, goddamn, they got a lot of goddamn games now, right? Who'd have thought, right? But I will say that I think the future of Xbox is bright. You know what I mean? I think Game Pass went from being the laughing stock of the industry, dollar dog shit Game Pass games, to being what it is now. I mean, I've always said this. I get credit what credit's due. For the service, anything to grow, they have to have or keep quality content in there. So, like I said, I'm sorry, they showed Outer Worlds too. You know what I mean? Called Starfield. I see that what's my man name from Bethesda? Put out a tweet or something, or a little video.
Pete Hines.
Yeah. This is one thing I don't like that Microsoft do. Stop with the PR ass kissing. Like when Sony said, they was complaining about what's that? The Last of Us 2, by being or Sony showed a bunch of domestic abuse simulators. You know, they say, hey, this is a game for adults, made by adults. Like, I wish they stop all that asking. Now, if you want to play Mario, what you gotta do? You gotta buy a Nintendo.
Yeah.
If you want to play God of War or whatever, you gotta buy a PlayStation. You know, so I guess if you want to play console, guys, if you want to play what is it? Starfield they complaining about? You apologize for their games going forward being, exclusive to the Xbox, I guess, or
it is what it is.
Yeah, I don't understand it. It is what it is as far as that. But yeah, they had like I said, the best showing that they had in some years.
What would you say the last year? What year you think rivaled this year that you can think of?
Them? From them?
Yeah.
It's been. I like that. I know they got shit. I like their first E3. Outside of the whole. I never got caught up in the whole deal. Yeah, I never got caught up in the whole. I didn't get caught up in that whole DRM shit. I like the shit they was talking about. How if you can go home, we never got it though. But you can go be playing Final or Killer Instinct.
Yeah.
And your buddy Greg gets home and he boots up Battlefield, sort of mass invite. You can go straight from Killer Instinct to Battlefield. No lag, no low instantly. Like I thought all that shit. I was my super Xbox Godfather shit. I was all for it. You know what I mean? But I think them because they showed a bunch of games. You know what I mean? That whether they for me or not. You know what I mean? Like I'm not a big Halo guy, but I'm gonna try to get into it. But even the fact, how you say this, even like you say, it's free to the multiplayer, it's free to play online, and then and we're gonna get one Halo, since the name Halo Infinite, and they're gonna continue to add upon that. You know what I mean? Because I, in my opinion, games like Gears or Halo kind of lost their lackluster. It's hard to compete in the realm of a shooter when you're coming out every 3 to 4 years. You feel old and dated, whereas Duty and Battlefield and all this shit is coming out every year. You know what I mean? So I like the fact why they adapted. I've been thinking like they did with Destiny, and just add these major DLCs and stuff, made them like brand new games. Is what they're gonna be doing with Halo. They even doing now with Gears and the Operation 6, Operation 7. So I thought it was dope. Like the last game at the end. What was it called? The last game with the black chick.
Redfall. That was the one I was talking about. It looks phenomenal.
Yeah. That's whatever it's going to be. I think that's again going to be dope. When it comes to those type of RPGs, that you think about it, they got Bethesda and Obsidian. Mm-hmm. So and they're not for me, but those Skyrim games, Fallout games, they are huge. And Elder Scrolls games are fucking huge. You know what I mean? And again, not that they just bought a developer, they bought a publisher. They published
the whole publisher and all the smaller studios under the studio.
They published it's the Metro series or Duke. Maybe Duke Nukem make a return to grace. I don't know, but make a lot of shit. You know what I mean? And they published a lot of shit. So I guess as I said, it was the most lucrative game in gaming history. Was $7.2 billion. You know what I mean? So we're gonna see if it pays off. But whatever I think Starfield is the hype behind it. What it's getting now, everybody's hyping it. Maybe the next Fallout or whatever the case may be, though. But it's dope. Yeah. Dope. To me, in my opinion, there was one of the better showings at E3.
I thought that was the best showing.
You rock with Halo
this year.
I'm gonna play it. Yeah, I've never really been big into Halo, but me streaming and keep it with the Joneses. You know what I mean?
I give credit where it's due. Y'all know that. I mean, some look good, some look trash. I'm gonna say it. It's that simple. You know what I'm saying? I don't.
I just want my one gripe. I wish we just saw something more from something from Fable. Something from Hellblade and Perfect Dark.
I know what's the game, bro. That all the Perfect Xbox Dark fans that I know really want it and it got canceled. I hope they revive that this gen, bro. What was it called, bro?
By Platinum Games?
Yeah, bro. What was it called?
Scalebound.
Scalebound. I hope.
Scalebound. I don't know. They got a shitty relationship right now with Platinum.
I know.
But yeah.
But anyhow,
Ransom. For me,
you're up.
That was a good conference for Microsoft. I don't think they had a good conference. Now they had good stuff in the past, every couple years, but I don't think they had a good conference since the 360 era. Now,
no, of course, no, that's different. No fucking juggernauts right there.
Yeah, Xbox One conferences were poop. I will say this is good for Xbox as a whole, but I will say it's not good for Series X owners because while they did show a lot of games and there's coming to Game Pass and some of the games that weren't originally on Xbox, like the Hades and I forgot where the fuck else they showed. They're finally coming. Coming to Game Pass. That's good. A lot of games coming to Game Pass. Psychonauts 2 coming out this August. But again, what Forza was amazing. It looks like the best next gen game. Like, there's no debate. That game looks beautiful. But what games do you have to show for people who bought Series X day one? Because they have Forza, and then Halo don't even have a solid date. It says holiday 2021. Starfield got a release date, and Halo didn't. That's the crazy. Halo looks amazing, by the way. I want to play the story mode. The multiplayer looks sick. I haven't played the story mode for Halo since Reach. But Series X, I mean, Microsoft not dropping games for y'all. Yes, they showed a bunch of games compared to all the last years, but they didn't have a good roadmap for the Series X compared to Sony. Because Sony dropped a few games, whether you like the games or not. They had a solid roadmap so far for
PS5.
Yeah.
Ain't all those games coming to PS4 now? About the same shit.
But Xbox hasn't had anything in years. Xbox One or Series X.
I'm not, but listen, I'm talking about this. If you're talking about the Series X or whatever, I just think one company was more upfront, honest than the other, because Sony was saying that this couldn't be made. Well, not the SSD.
Oh, last summer, yeah, that's what we.
Now you got Godfall and Demon Souls, all that shit.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Demon Souls is only on PS5. Demon Souls,
I got that on my other.
Demon Souls, Ratchet. And
all that's coming to PS4, man.
We already know.
We'll see.
They lied.
Because they marketed. Look, I didn't think we had time to talk about that. They marketed Forza for PS5 only. We knew Horizon.
Wait, Forza? You mean Horizon Zero Dawn?
I mean, what's it called? Gran Turismo. Gran Turismo. They marketed that for PS5 only. We knew Horizon God of War was coming to PS4. That's what they straight up lied about. Gran Turismo, but Xbox backtracking too. You saw a lot of those games said Series X only. When they said they was going to be supported Xbox One for 2 years in, they already switching it up. A lot of them said Series X.
I mean, this is it's not new for us to be lied to by companies. I mean,
hold on.
It's pretty routine. I'm not excusing it. I'm just saying none of this is new. I think people forget that people have short-term memory. I mean, we've been lied to for over a decade easily by Sony.
Yeah, what was said? I'm gonna be honest. What Ransom said? Sony did that right before the release of the PS5.
They did it. I remember they did. They let us think that the games were going to be on PS5 only, bro. And then they had the PS5 reveal, and they were showing the game, and then we found out on the day of the reveal that God of War and Horizon and Spider-Man, these other games were going to be on PS4. So we knew that shit in September, right? So when they said it again, like 2 weeks ago, people would like it was new information to them. We already knew.
Yeah, the only thing that was new information was Gran Turismo. We found out like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, well, Sony said they going to support the PS4 for the next 3 or 4 years.
They did say that. They definitely got over on us, bro. Because but
here's the thing. Here's the thing. This is the first time Sony went back on not supporting the last gen, because they want to cry about, there's 110 million PS4s out in the world. Well, there was more PS2s out in the world, and they left that alone. They went to PS3 straight away. Yeah. So I think that's bullshit. But yeah, my point was, regardless if it was on PS4 or PS5, for RPGs, JRPGs, action adventure, whatever, PlayStation had a solid roadmap compared to Xbox. Xbox ain't had a game in years, regardless if it was on Xbox One, Series X, and Series S. You guys only have Forza and Halo, and that's not good. You guys got games coming next year. That's it.
I mean, it's true.
I mean, This was something. Yeah, we already knew this shit. Like we've been talking about this shit.
Medium,
the Medium was a Wii U game.
I actually bought the Medium and beat the game. By the way, that was the only Xbox game. That game is actually coming to PlayStation 5. I read earlier. Just if anybody cares. Yeah. It's not cap, bro. The Xbox. I'm trying not to get caught up on like what's been because we're trying to focus on what's going forward. But it's definitely we're falling short on game releases for the last couple years. I don't understand. I think.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, some people
not only that,
don't know what exclusives are. Some people think some games are exclusives and they're not. But it's not. I mean, it's true. Xbox fans will tell you that they fell short. They didn't have a lot of games over the last couple of years. I just don't understand.
Look, so I've already strayed away from that whole this console don't have games, this console don't have games. Anybody here who got a next gen console, we literally wasted $500 on each console.
Yep.
Honestly, for nothing.
Yep.
If you bought an Xbox or a PS5 right now, which I bought both,
yep.
we wasted our money right now.
Yep.
Not only that conversation needs to die already with Xbox don't got games and then PlayStation still had a lineup, because guess what? PlayStation games are going to come to PC as well. So that whole conversation where people were getting, because I was one of them, yo man, y'all games is coming to PC. Well, guess what? Steam already got a locked in PlayStation Studios page for them. Days Gone is on there. All like, listen, they don't give a like. It doesn't matter. So like, the idea is that we just hoping to get like certain like level of games and certain library games. Microsoft had a rough ass time. Like it's been a rough 7-8 years. Absolutely, 100%. Because their direction was more for like cable TV diversity, switching over. Everything was gonna be from you talking to the Kinect and all this other shit. It turned out to be something different. PlayStation's direction was always, we're gonna cater to our Japanese market, single player games. And guess what? Sony's ass, because we don't got no multiplayer games holding us down. So Microsoft got multiplayer games, but they may be the same ones that they've been dropping. But guess what? Sony then dropped the ball because they want their games like Last of Us 2 to be only single player. And that's why Naughty Dog had to step it up. Now hire a whole team to do multiplayer. So like, it's like you got the scale, but at least there's not one balancing more worse than the other. There's bullshit on either side. And at the end of the day, I'm chilling. My PC $4,500 and I'm gonna be running God of War in that bitch soon. I don't give a fuck. I'm good. I'm just letting y'all know that. Like, so it's gonna go at this point, son. It's like, son, what would you do? Because it's gonna come either way. And why would you dismiss God of War? And I hate to say it because I hate the fact that like you got shit like Marvel, Guardians of the Galaxy, which looks completely downgraded. And you're like, fuck, man, just stop dropping games on last gen. But then you have those studios that will drop them quality games. So if Horizon or God of War drops on last gen, you think they're going to want to not drop it to a console that has over 100 million consoles sold? Like, something's got to match up. Plus, these consoles are moving like exclusive sneakers right now. There's not enough. This is going to happen probably until 2023.
It's because of the chip. It's the chips.
All right. Here's my point, though. If Horizon don't sell 10 million copies in 2 years like it did, I don't want to hear the argument, because there's 110 million consoles out anymore.
That's a fact.
Same with God of War. God of War sold 10 million. I said if Horizon don't sell 10 million copies in 2 years like it did with the original, I don't want to hear the argument, there's 110 million consoles out on PS4 users. If God of War don't sell 10 million copies in a year like the last one, I don't want to hear this argument anymore. Because niggas not buying games. It doesn't matter if there's not enough PS5s out in the world. There was this many PS4s and niggas didn't buy God of War. Niggas didn't buy Horizon.
People don't buy games.
People didn't buy games on God of War?
I mean, they did, but like, most of these people don't. They just be arguing about shit that they don't play anyway.
I'm saying like it's a tiny percent. That's why I'm like, it doesn't matter.
Except for Nintendo. Nintendo got the only fan base where 70%
Nintendo got the highest fan base.
Bro, like
hold on. I need to say it. I have to say it. You guys are correct, by the way. They have the highest of all
like
exclusives.
Animal Crossing is like 50 million people, bro. It's fucking insane. It's like it's more than half the fan base.
I do want to say this shit, and I know it comes off like, that's an excuse. No, they do. Like their Mario's, everything. But
everything sells like 10 plus.
But not only that, at the same time, at least if you guys can recognize, they're not like, they don't have a third party game on there that's like Call of Duties. That's not the Call of Duty. They don't got the Call of Duties or the 2Ks on their platform. They're always going to release only the majority of their in-house games. And when you look at the Switch, this is catered to a specific demographic.
But when
of
they
people.
did have third-party games, their games were still selling like that, though. You know?
Yeah. Bro, people bought Call of Duty on
GameCube,
right? It was selling well.
GameCube.
Look how long ago. That's what I'm saying. GameCube, and then after that,
we had a lot of those games as well. Yeah, I'm
not
saying
they their own version of the game.
They only dropped the ball because Wii U was a trash console. That's where it dropped the ball.
And that's the thing, guys. Like when we're talking about this stuff, we're not talking about the quality of the games. We're just talking about the amount of games that are being created and being bought. That's it. We ain't talking about our opinions on individual games. We all got the stuff we like and dislike. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But I
have a serious question for y'all then. Serious question. Say there's a Nintendo console, because the GameCube was in its bag at the time. Remember, they had the same kind of games. I think they did lack a little bit when it came to like the demanding games like the CODs and all that other bullshit. Same thing with the Wii U. But say Nintendo had their console and it was matching the same quality as PlayStation, Xbox, and all that shit, but they also had the same kind of multi-plat games like the CODs and everything, right? But from the time that the Wii U came out to now, do you still believe that COD wouldn't be I think it could go back and forth. Do you still think that they'll be getting 50 million sales on their own, only on the in-house games, or because they branched out? Because again, what's really holding down these consoles? It be those multi-plat games.
Yes, sir.
That's why you don't see 50 million on God of War. You're not gonna ever see that shit. You're not gonna ever see that.
We know.
Yeah, we know that.
We know the multi-plats are the reason why the consoles sell well. And like, you know, I just want to say this real quick. And I know you're trying to say something next, Jen. So I'm gonna say this real quick. Nothing the other company can do can harm none of these
other companies.
Nothing Microsoft or Sony can do can hurt each other's business at all. At this point, people are just buying the games, the consoles that their friends got. All the time, I mean, exclusives are cool. That like I get games because of the library and shit like that. But none of that shit in the grand scheme matters. Motherfuckers sit on the internet and they think that people get consoles specifically for a library. That's adults that do that shit. That have money to really decide. Most people get the consoles they friends is on. Period. It don't fucking matter what games is on that bitch. I promise you. If goddamn Xbox, PlayStation, they have none of those exclusives you like, people would still buy that shit if their friends is on it. Like, a matter of fact, a lot of people's guys say, yo, what console y'all getting? So cause they talk as a unit before they even decide what consoles they gonna get, bro. That's what it is. People get too caught up into that shit. And I already know from having my Discord that a lot of people that sit in these comments and on these tweets don't really be playing games like that. We about to start the policy again. We about to start checking libraries. If you ain't beat 5 exclusives in the last 3 years, you about to get blocked. If I catch you arguing about exclusives and it ain't got to be 5 on one platform. I'm saying 5. If you ain't beat 5 exclusives, you getting blocked, bro. And don't give me that Game Pass shit, because you can still beat it on there too.
I'm not gonna name names, but some people I added on there, they're just like they ain't playing nothing, bro.
Yeah, I know. Motherfuckers always they sit on here and they argue all day about shit they don't even play. You probably ain't got the console.
That was the point. That was the point that I was trying to make. It's like, say Game Boy's right here. Yeah, it's like having Game Boy right here, and then you have these other consoles. It's like Game Boy, and then say Pokemon's coming out. Nothing in my head is gonna tell me, damn, Pokemon's gonna flop. I'm already projecting 20 million first month, or like in 2 months. Like that's immediate. Yeah.
Don't care how bad it is.
Then you got Tomb Raider, you got God of War. It's almost like, I don't know. It's like weird, man. It's like that argument when we was watching the TikTok versus YouTube shit, and they're like, yo, 20 million TikTok follower is like equivalent to a 1 million subscriber YouTube channel. And it's like, yeah, you put Nintendo games getting exclusive, they get all 50 million sales on that. But when you compare it to like a Halo or God of War getting 10 million sales on a multi-plat system, or if you get COD or whatever, that's why it looks like that. But I mean, Nintendo definitely has a loyal ass fan base. They're gonna fucking buy that shit.
I think it will be like that regardless. So, my bad, next gen. I know you wanted to.
No. It's cool. I was just saying, like, they don't really have any. They're competing with themselves in their own echo chamber. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
Whereas you never see Sony release one of their big AAAs around, or Grand Theft Auto's going to launch, or 2K or Duty. You know what I mean? You know. So like you said, you know what I mean? They're like I said, they own their own little island, competing basically with themselves. You know what I mean? And like kind of what we touched on earlier, as far as them and why they're exclusive sell so high. Like you said, you don't really get the multi-plats over there. You know what I mean? You know, it's been a while, a minute, you know. And even with the Switch or the Wii, the Wii got them. It wasn't the same Call of Duty.
It wasn't. It wasn't.
It was 360.
Definitely.
You know what I mean, wasn't the same game.
Yeah, it wasn't the same, but I was just shocked people bought it on the Wii. Like there was crazy. Yeah. Like it was a high number playing, because I seen a friend playing it one time. It was a high number.
Yo, dude, their timing, they were on timing, yo. They released these like fucking controllers and people was just like, yo, this shit is like kind of new for us. And then the Xbox released their version, which was like the Kinect, and it was like perfect timing. That shit you try to drop that shit now, Oculus and all these other VR headsets are fucking that up now, because now you got the movement with VR. It's like
PSVR 2.
Yeah.
Why?
Oh, that shit is ass. I'm just
Anyhow.
I never tried VR. I've yet to try VR.
It's cool. It's a novelty, bro. Like VR is some shit like you have it. Maybe one of the homies come through and you like, yo, try this real quick. They try for a couple minutes, but like to really sit there and have a VR session more than like once in a while, you probably wouldn't do it. You know what I mean? Now I'm saying that, but like there's things that I buy that I end up rarely using myself. I'm sure people have consoles that they buy. Like I pretty much, whenever a console comes, I usually just get it. Whether or not I'm gonna play it, like I have an Xbox, obviously, but I have a PC, so most of the game we end up playing backwards compatible games on the actual Xbox console and all their other exclusives and shit on the PC.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
My Xbox is a backwards compatible machine.
So you know, but I think we probably want to stop here. We kind of went long today. We did a long show. Shout out to
For sure.
You know
For
what I'm saying?
Yeah, we needed this though.
Yeah, this was a dope podcast, bro.
Mac, thank you, Mac.
Really different opinions on a lot of subjects, so it was cool.
That's why I wanted to get Next Gen on here because I knew he'd have some different perspectives for sure. So once again, appreciate you for coming through. Yes, sir. Yeah. Just
Awesome,
you can
bro.
DM me anytime anyway. I'm gonna definitely be hitting you up and shit like that.
Hey, Ricky, you got some wine left?
You didn't see? I drank the rest of my shit.
Oh, I'm about to say, let's drink some more.
Yo, bro, I drank the rest of my shit. My shit is done, bro. I need to order some more bottles. My bad.
Make sure y'all like the stream. I appreciate everybody that came through. Hey, Xbox, bro. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I hope I see you next month, bro. You know what I'm saying? When Xbox ain't got some crazy news out, bro. It was good to see you.
They got something. They got tomorrow. They got another event. They said they got an extended conference, right?
They got their first party. From Platinum, some Ninja Theory gonna be there.
So they got new shit.
Oh shit! Yeah. Oh wait, hold on. Word.
You know what time it is?
Yeah, I'm about to find out right now. I don't know.
Shout out to Evox. Thank you.
Nah, but this was a vibe though. Cause
but yeah, this is a good show. Make sure y'all like the stream, bro. Make sure y'all check out Next Gen's channel and Ransom. They're both in the description. And thanks everybody that came through from Next Gen's community. Shout out to you guys. I think that's.
We appreciate y'all, man. Real talk, man.
You got anything? You good?
Yeah, thanks for coming through. Follow my Twitch.
Yeah. Oh, all good, Xbox. You good? I'm just fucking with you. You know what I'm saying?
What about you, Next Gen? What about you, man?
Oh, you mute. Your mic is muted.
Damn, my bad. Damn, sorry. What happened now?
We're doing outros, so anything want to let them know where they can find you.
Swing my sweet love. Check me out on Twitch, Next Gen 720. I'm about to go live right now. On YouTube, I'll be back with another show tomorrow. NXTGN 720. I think they put my link down below. I mean, for the foolery and stuff. Nothing but jokes, man. Nothing too serious. Thank you for having me, bro. Thank you for having me anytime. Reach out, bro.
Yes.
Chase, hold up. The extended event is at 10 a.m. PST, so 12 p.m. for you, Chase.
Actually, 1
p.m. Eastern.
Yeah, that's 1 p.m. Eastern.
Yes, I think it's 3 hours.
So we good.
Yeah,
I'm allowed for that tomorrow, whatever.
Yeah, my Discord application's in the description, bro. You know what I'm saying? If we catch you not playing games, you ain't gonna make it. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah, I helped deny a lot of y'all, so
yeah,
I better come with it.
Yeah. So anyway, shout out to you guys. I'll see y'all next week. It's about time for us to recruit new people anyway. I ain't did it in like 3 weeks, so peace out.